Hi, Jamie.
Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening. Welcome to Spurs Vision TV. Good evening to all in Asia. Good afternoon to all in the Europe, and of course, good morning to all of you in America, the Americas. Right. Welcome
Americas,
to our
don't offend Scott.
the Americas. Yes. And is this our second episode? Oh no, this GW. This is our third episode.
It's not an episode. This is our third Premiership broadcast.
Okay. For game week 3, right? Season 21-22. All right. No stroke anymore. All right, guys. Before we go anything else, let's bring out all the guests. Don't let them wait too long behind. We got a lot of them today. And let's welcome all our guests. Okay, got it all. Got you guys all in one take.
We've got the whole planet.
Hey guys.
All right, let's get to the formal introductions. Right, Vibuff is new. Scott M
Hello.
is new, and Ricky is new. Ricky or Jens is from Holland. Scott is from Canada. Sanska and Vibuff is from India, and of course Chris is home ground. But today he says he had to share his ticket with your cousin or another friend.
I can't afford the prices that Daniel Levy charges, so I share it with my dad and his friend. So it's not my turn for the game today.
Right,
did you notice that his dad gets Watford, but Chris gets Chelsea?
Yeah.
No, basically Chelsea, Man United, and Arsenal are the big three. So I get Chelsea, but I don't get United or Arsenal. So I get Chelsea, but I don't get to watch Ronaldo this season.
Oh dear. Okay. Maybe you can go to a away game then. When the time
I don't think I've got anywhere near enough points because I tried that last season, but you know, we'll see.
All right. Okay.
Sorry, I'm going to mute myself because I'm snacking.
Jamie is always snacking. All right. Let's say hi. Vibuff. Vibuff is new. And how are you doing, Vibuff?
Yes, I'm good. How are you?
Fine. Scott, first time on the show. Vibuff, first time on the show. And of course, Ricky, or shall we call him Jens, right? Jens also first time on the show. Right. How are you guys doing?
Stop.
I'm very good, thank you.
Yes. And big up to Wayne Bonner. Big support, Wayne Bonner. Thanks for your support. Right. And hi, Sanska. Sanska's a regular, more or less.
Hey, Eugene.
Yeah. How are you feeling today?
I'm good, excited, pumped. Really,
right.
It's been a long way.
Okay, let's do this a bit. We have to be a bit quicker because I'm sure the lineups are out soon. Who can?
Yep.
If Sanska or
The
Jamie can share.
I was saying that should I share it because I had that tab open?
Share it. Yeah. You share that one on the screen, and while you're doing that, we'll put it up on a separate screen later.
Kane starts. Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Eugene,
right.
I've shared. Like now, you should give permission.
All right. Let me
So
put
does
it
Musa.
up.
Oh.
Okay.
It's a bit unfair on Mora, isn't it? I think that team who it's exactly the same team except Mora's out for Kane, and we're 6 out of 6, no goals conceded. But I guess it's Kane, isn't it? But
Champions League.
I guess the toughest choice was between Bergwijn and Mora, like which one to drop. Like because obviously Sonny is not going to be dropped, and like Delhi at Cam, he's been doing the work. It was between Bergwijn and Sonny. I guess Bergwijn is a bit sharper against Wolves, which probably led Nuno to drop Mora.
Yeah.
Lucas will be the super sub today.
Maybe. But hard to say. It could be 3-0 by halftime and then you can take off Kane or Son.
Hopefully Brian gets on, Hill gets on, because he looked really good in Europe, but obviously that's a completely different level to a Premier League game. But he looked like he could be a big player for us if he continues that progression, but obviously it's a different level. But
he certainly looks like a kind of player we need, right? That we're kind of missing that somebody who can be creative, who can kind of do some of that unexpected stuff. I think he's a player.
That's true. Yeah. And how would you say? Basically, it's the same team apart from just moving Kane in and Mora out, right? So have confidence. Like I said before, like every stream, every game before we do this, positive energy to the players, positive energy to Nuno, but still Levy out.
The only thing I was a bit surprised that, like, because it's Watford and it's like one of the easier fixtures we have, I thought Romero might get a start because, like, obviously, like, I don't want it to be the situation where he suddenly gets put into a match against Arsenal or Chelsea. So, like, it's better if he got some minutes now. But I hope he comes on and gets some minutes in the Premier League because I don't think he's got a single minute yet.
Yeah, but there's mention that he's not 100% fit yet.
Yeah. He's got a niggle.
Good.
Yeah.
The niggle from the first Ferrero Rocher game.
Yeah. But no, I guess this is how you say the team needs to be more or less the same, to have consistency, to get the gel together. So I think while the game goes on,
Gel?
maybe
We don't need no gel, Scott.
Yes, Jamie.
Eugene, you should be able to empathize. You, me, Chris, and Scott, we're the slick guys.
But
Don't forget about me.
don't forget about Jens.
You'll never, yeah, but you made a style choice.
All right, guys. Do you still want to look at the player lineup? Do you have the Watford player lineup, Saiba? Oh, sorry, Sanska. Why?
I've got it.
I'll just get it out.
You're mixing Sanskar and Viber's name. So you're
Yeah,
getting
I know.
Cyber. I am Cyber.
Yeah.
I am Cyber.
Yeah.
Sissoko starts for them.
Oh, he does.
Huh?
I didn't think he'd be registered in
my
time.
God.
I thought
Yeah.
Rose doesn't.
No, Rose is not playing.
No, Jens,
Is he on the
I
bench?
thought- Jens, I
he
thought
on
you
the
said
bench?
Psycho. Jens,
Rose
I thought
is
you
on
said
the
Psycho. I
bench.
thought Stuart
Oh,
Pearce
Rose
is
is
too old to play.
No,
Him and
seriously,
Julian
Sissoko
Dix, yeah.
starts. Yeah, I thought he wasn't registered on time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
same.
I thought
They-
that
they-
as well.
They said he. I think what's his name? Ali Gold got it wrong at first, and then he corrected himself that they did register him on time.
All right.
Be interesting to see what kind of reactions Sissoko gets because I don't really get the hate for him. He's not the best player in the world, but he obviously joined us, wasn't anywhere near the team, and then kind of forced his way in and did well for us for a couple of seasons, and then was obviously kind of fallen off the pecking order. But I don't think he's done a bad job for us. And then Rose, I hope, gets a good reaction.
He'll probably get a ripple of applause. Then he'll get a boo the first time he tackles one of our players, and then if he scores, he'll probably be having to find a back way out the stadium.
Oh, dear. But Rose is not even on the bench.
He's on the bench, isn't
Yeah,
he?
he's number 3
Yeah,
there.
he is number
He's
3.
on the bench. All right, he's on the bench. All right.
I think Sissoko was more of a kind of player that was frustrating when he was on the team, so people were frustrated. But now that he's gone, I don't think he's like a bad guy or will be hated as much, right? He was just kind of almost a symbol of that frustration we had with the team of guys who we didn't really want or got paid. We thought they were getting paid too much. But now that he's gone,
we spoke before that at first he was gelling and uniting the changing room, and then somehow he got turned into a bad guy. So, and he's good enough for the French national team. He's just getting old.
No, but the thing is that I said all these are rumors, right? That we do not know what's the actual story behind there. He could be the head of the what they call the La Mafia and all that, but
I think you'll find
to
you're
tell the
wrong
truth,
there. Eugene, you're wrong. You're wrong.
Yeah.
Because rumors is Fleetwood Mac.
Rumors, yeah, I know it's Fleetwood Mac. Yes, Jamie. Yeah, actually, Rumors is not Fleetwood Mac. Rumors was the song that was played by who? That R&B group.
Yeah, but the rumors was the name of the Fleetwood Mac album. I think it was the same one as the chain. Dum 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 dum. So.
Okay, the two younger guys are getting lost.
Sorry, guys.
The two younger guys are getting lost.
Sanskar and Vibe. Sorry, we're going back to the 70s and 80s.
It's okay.
Yeah. But okay, guys, we still have a lot of time to kill before the match starts, right? Let's look at Saturday games. Only one home win, right? Out of the 7 games. So,
But a lovely result for Manchester.
And I don't want
Lovely
to go.
result.
Yes, I don't want to go and bash, who and
Now
what.
that's
And
all I'm going to do. We
let
can't
them simmer in their own, misery
Excrement.
and
No,
whatever is
okay.
there.
Jens,
And
don't
hopefully
say
he's
that.
still in
let
charge.
us let us
I'm
let-
eating.
let-
I'm eating.
Yeah.
Don't say.
let us focus on our game today, right? So
Yeah.
positive
Yeah, but-
energy, good karma. We have
Yeah,
to give good
and
karma out there,
also-
right? To receive
also I
good
s-
karma. So
Yeah, but Eugene,
big
I
up
said,
to Arteta. Believe in the process. All right, Arteta in.
yeah,
Positive. Very positive.
Eugene, I said to you earlier, we can't crow too much about the Arsenal result because we don't want to find ourselves with an unfortunate result with Watford and then have mud on our face.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go around the screen in the panel to ask you guys what's your feeling of the games. Okay, let's go to Jens first since it's on top.
Yeah, I'm feeling confident today.
Stop!
Exactly. I grew up near Watford, and my best mate's a Watford fan.
I used to work in Watford in the Harlequin
Oh,
Centre.
really? Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. I used to frequent that place many times. And he's not. He's a glass half full kind of guy, so he's usually very optimistic. Yeah, Sean Lott said it doesn't matter. I'm having another drink, but he's not confident. He doesn't think they're playing well this season, and I think our start to the season has been decent. The Wolves game, I thought we defended brilliantly, but we do have enough in attack to take care of Watford, and I'm going 3-1 Spurs.
Okay, all right. And Viber?
Yes, today's game, I'm like, I want to have a very good scoreline like 6-0, 7-0, but that's not possible in the Premier League.
It is.
It
Yes,
is,
Unless you're playing Arsenal.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's like I'm going with a prediction of 5-0, but I really want a goal by Regulan though.
So you're being a little bit pessimistic then.
Sanskar?
Yeah, well, like I'm pretty sure it should be an easy win for us today. But like what I'm looking for is that the last two matches we've had to grind out a win. We've had to fight and we've had to fight with everything for the entirety of 90 minutes to grind out a win. I want us to show that the level of players, the quality we have, that we should be able to cruise to victory, dominate. We should be able to dominate the entire match. I don't want many mistakes. My target for this match is that we have to be really compact. We should be compact, and they should not even ideally they should not even be able to get a one shot on target because it's Watford, and we have to establish ourselves as proper top four contenders this season because it's not an easy spot, and we're not the favorites for that. So we have to give a dominating performance to demonstrate our capabilities.
Remember, Paco is Paco.
Yeah. And okay, Scott.
Yeah, I think like everybody here, it sounds like fairly confident. I know in the past we've had opportunities like this, and every time it seemed we would come out and totally flub it. So what I'm hoping to see, like we saw, I think on Thursday, is just to come out strong and just impose our will right from the start. I just don't want to come out and have us come out and look flat. Just come out. I think we're clearly the stronger team. We have the chance to really put the game away almost early. Let's just come out flying on the front foot, trying to take it to them right from the start.
All right. Score prediction for Sanskar and Scott?
3-0 for me.
I'll say 3-1 for me.
Okay. And last but not least, what do you think, Chris?
Pretty much what Scott said. We're at home, we've got a chance to go top. Let's go out and keep the crowd loud and take it to them. Man City, for obvious reasons, we had to sit back a little bit. Wolves away from home, obviously, had to sit back a little bit. Watford, go out and take it to them. We got Kane on, who obviously the passing will improve it in that respect. Son's got his buddy back. And we got Højbjerg, Skip there to kind of nullify any threat. I think Sandskar's wish of no shots on target for Watford, I think that's more less likely than a 5-0 win. That doesn't happen in the Premier League. But yeah, take it to them and keep the crowd loud and like they were for City, and then get the win. But we go into the international break top of the league. I mean, you don't really need that much more motivation, surely.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And the scoreline?
I don't bet on Tottenham on score lines because I did that on Tommy Talks Ball and we lost, so I don't do that. But I think we'll win.
All right, that's good. That's good. Good idea. Good idea. And Jamie, anything else to add?
I would say that I'm going to go for the traditional Spursy 2-1.
Okay. And of course, for me, it's we want, like all of us say, this is Watford. We want to see Spurs be more dynamic, right? To have the authority to be, in charge of the game and not like scraping for it or trying to scrape for it and all that. But confident. I'm saying minimum 3-1. Minimum. All right, minimum. Okay. And guys, let me do some shout outs to the guys in the chats, right? We have Wayne Bonner. Thanks for being here, Wayne Bonner. All right, we have got Chris Agumba, Holly's brother or uncle? Yeah, I think. All right, and of course we have Rajiv. Hi, Rajiv. All right, yeah, is one of Vibav's friends, so?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. Thanks for your support. Right, first time seeing your name on the show, and all right, guys. Saturday matches. Okay. Anything outstanding? Anything that catch your eye? Or you just surprised that the only home wins?
I actually had a question. So, like, for everyone on this panel, yesterday, Chelsea Liverpool. I'm like, fine, penalty, yes, but was that a red card? Who says yes?
Not even close.
No.
They said the rules have changed, and then they've gone back to the rules last year, which is just ridiculous.
Chris Agomba is actually Holly's.
What was really surprising to me,
cousin, maybe. Okay, that's good. It's nice to
Anthony
know.
Taylor went to the VAR screen, but then they literally just showed him just one frame of where Reece James was standing like this. They didn't even show him the video. I'm like, if you see a frame where someone's like this, it seems like
why the problem was, right, when the ball hit the knee or the thigh, it went up, it went and hit his hand. Correct, but he pushed his hand forward. That was the mistake. If he hit his hand and he left his hand there, right, he could be said deflected. Natural instinct, you push your hand forward, that means your hand is going for the ball.
Exactly.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I'm sure they said the rule is if it's deflected, it's not a red card anymore, which it quite clearly deflected. It wasn't just him moving his arm to the ball.
He didn't hit his hand first.
It hit his leg, and then he's kind of panicked and reacted. Never a red card.
The thing is that if he hit his hand, hit his thigh, and hits his hand, right, and it's a block to the goal. You understand? It's not intervention to a goal, right?
Correct.
That also can be interpreted as a red card because it hits your hand, it's intervented. But nowadays the rules are all
really
very
hard.
subjective.
But I think, like Sandskar says, you can find any video on Google or YouTube. Yet at a professional football match where they have defibrillators and everything and all this technology, they can't find a video of someone handballing a ball. Absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah. Okay. Rajiv's asking, any updates on Lord Aurier's transfer? Oh no, I don't think so. Anybody got any updates on Aurier?
Pretty dependent on Atletico right now. Like, if Atletico Madrid go for Selic,
who wants
then no, not Atletico Madrid doesn't want Aurier. They don't want Aurier. They want Lille, the League One champions. They want their right back. And if they take Lille,
if Selic,
they want Selic.
I thought he said he'd never play for Lille.
Yeah.
I thought he said he'd never play for Lille. Didn't he play for Lille?
He didn't. I don't
honestly,
know if
Aurier doesn't have much options right now, I guess.
I think he just posted his. He posted like I love. What, is it Lens or whatever? His club?
I think Lens.
Yeah, and that's like their rival.
Lens or Lille?
No, he
played for Lens.
He played for Lens, who I think is
he
the
played for
rival of
Lens.
Lille. And he posted when all these rumors came out. He posted on Instagram or something, just like I love Lens or something, which people said, oh, that must mean that he doesn't want to go, or he's doing that to kind of say, because I guess they're rivals. I'm not as familiar with the French
Yeah,
league.
Aurier was definitely pouring cold water on the Lille connection.
Yeah.
Although if you really want out, I don't know if you can you be that picky? Like he's said,
Yeah, exactly.
In a row now, he wants out, but then you start saying no. Like, come on.
I don't know. Tottenham, right? We tend to keep all the deadwood and just pay them money for no reason. So it's not to say it's the first time we've not. It's not to say the first time we've done it. So.
We're getting ready for winter. Make sure we don't get cold.
Yeah.
So we have plenty of deadwood to burn.
Yes, Jamie. Winter is coming. Yes, winter is coming.
Yeah.
And the Jamie.
Considering Aurier's wages. Yeah, I think considering Aurier's wages, like only a side like Lille's going to be able to afford him. I don't think he has many other options who's going to be willing to even come close to the wages we pay him at Spurs. So I don't know.
Yeah. And Sahil is new too. Big up to Sahil, right? He says donate Lord Aurier. The problem, you can't donate him away because who's going to pay his wages, right? You can donate them all away for free and pay their wages, and it will be called loan.
The problem with these contract. The problem you get with these.
How long is he on contract? Aurier?
I think Aurier's got two more years on his contract, if I'm not mistaken. Two more years or so.
The problem you got with these high wages. The problem you got with these high wages is if people aren't that bothered about a World Cup or stuff like that, they'll just happily sit on a bench and be the deadwood for however long and then go away free, because then the transfer fee is scrapped and then people can afford the wages because there's no fee
Actually,
involved.
Aurier's just 1 year left.
Yeah, so
I just checked.
1 year left. All right. Yeah.
I don't know what Aurier's on, but he's on a fairly big wage, I would have thought, for someone sitting on a bench and is likely to sit on the bench. And if he's only got 1 year, he only has to do it for a year, and then he can go for free. And if he's desperate not to play for Lille, there'll probably be a lot more teams in for him when he's completely free, and then he doesn't have to. But so that's the problem you get. Probably Harry Winks is on a fair bit as well. Sissoko probably was as well, although Watford have now paid that. But yeah, it's no surprise that transfers these days you don't see as many. Certainly with this coronavirus stuff, because people are on wages that they can afford to just sit on a bench and just go training every day.
Okay. Yes. Wayne Bonner, yes, Aurier has this 1 season left. Sanska has confirmed that. But guys, come down to it, right? The problem is that if a player wants or don't want to play for the club must have some kind of a plan or a scheme. Okay, guys, one special guest is joining us now. Just hold on for a while. Good morning, Brian.
Good morning / afternoon, everyone. How are we doing?
Hey, Brian, how you doing?
Just to introduce,
back on. I'm just having a cigarette, so
sure. No problem. We know that. All right. Brian, introduction. Do you know Jens or Ricky Villa, THFC?
So Ricky Villa, I'm so happy to finally meet you because I see him on all the streams. He's a great supporter of everyone. I see him on the two Bryans, and then the great thing about it is we finished the two Bryans, and then me and Brian were just chilling on Friday, and then I saw him pop up on Collins. I was like, oh, that's Ricky Villa. So it's always good to see him, and I think I've seen everyone else on the on this channel anyway.
Okay, all I can say, Brian, is stop, you're making him blush.
I was a little bit inebriated on Friday. I apologise for that.
No worries, buddy. No, I mean, what a name to have, mate. It's still Ricky Villa. What a fantastic run. He scored. And that's always the way I remember.
Yeah, that's true. That was always in my memory too.
I thought he was Argentinian.
Yeah.
No. He had a Dutch mother-in-law.
It's Nicolas Cage and John Travolta face off. Yeah. Somewhere in the world, Ricky Villa has got his face.
And Brian, Vibuff is new on this channel too.
Oh, hello
there,
man.
Joining us. Yeah.
Hello.
And Scott, I think you met Scott, right?
I'm sure I've seen Scott on streams or seen him commented on streams. I don't think I've actually seen him in person. So, hello, Scott.
Nice to see you, Brian.
Scott,
I'm sure you know Chris.
I know Chris very, very, very well.
Yeah, great to talk to Brian. Always, how you doing?
Fantastic, my man. Fantastic. Looking forward to going top of the league.
Looking forward to good. No, Brian, we were just talking about a few things earlier, right? Kane is starting. Okay.
Yep.
Surprisingly, I'm sure you know that. And of course, I heard I was watching you on David's on the Pump Up just now, just before we got online, got onto the show. So I'm more or less. How do you feel about it?
So, as I said it before, I didn't want Kane to start, and it wasn't because of this transfer saga. I just think the team so far have been outstanding, and like Romero hasn't started because Dyer and Sanchez have been doing what they're doing. I didn't want him to start also because of his fitness, and I kept thinking, do you know what? If we start Bergwijn's son Lucas, that is just pure pace that is going to stretch and knacker out the defence, and then bring him on after 60 minutes or whatever, and just let Harry Kane have a feast. Have a feast, let him get a hat trick or whatever, get closer to Jimmy Greaves and whatever, and then after the international break, where he would have played for England twice and got a bit more momentum going, he has to start for Palace, Chelsea, and the filth. But listen, Harry Kane, the only thing I have about Harry Kane is I don't think Harry Kane works in a 4-3-3 because of how deep he drops. So I think today there might be a formation change. It might be a 4-2-3-1. So I think to accommodate Harry Kane, you have to change the formation. So I'll be interested to see that.
Right. And guys, the rest of the guys, how do you feel about Harry Kane starting?
Surprised.
Hat-trick incoming.
Yeah. Okay.
Just
Hat-trick incoming. Oh yeah, we forgot to tell you. Vibuff has predicted a 5-0 score line, so Harry Kane is going to get a hat-trick. And Sanska?
Yeah, it's the same. Like, I'm a bit concerned about his fitness because, like, as we know, this isn't the most important fixture for us, and the crucial fixtures like Arsenal, Chelsea, they're all coming, and even Palace. I think that's a away match. That's going to be a bit tough. So, like, I agree with Brian that, like, we had a good squad going, and like the thing is, like, you drop any of the team now, it's going to have a bit of a slight effect on the morale because it's natural. Like, whether you choose between Bergwijn or Moura, whichever you had picked, it would be like Moura must be a bit disappointed and like might feel like he's going down the pecking order. So I agree with Brian that the starting lineup should have been unchanged, especially because Kane played against Pacos on Thursday.
And Jamie, you were saying, sorry?
I was particularly saying, I just hope that he doesn't get injured. I mean, the whole thing being is that he is prone to injuries. And yes, I mean, we have to walk the line between blooding him and making sure that he's got ongoing fitness, but not pushing him into the less important games and possibly not having him for the more important games.
And Scott, how do you feel about it?
Yeah, I'm actually fine with it, only because for a couple of reasons. One, like I said earlier, in the past we've had these games where we've had a chance and we've come out kind of and flubbed them. So I want us to go out there. I want to put in a strong performance. I want it to be a little bit of it easier, almost the way Bob's been talking about these games, how he's had no concerns about it. I kind of like the idea of bringing him in now, maybe then later on, like if we brought him in, say, at Chelsea, and then we struggled that game, and then the narrative starts to becoming, oh, we're struggling because we brought Kane on, where it's actually because, well, a lot of teams are going to struggle when they play a team like Chelsea. So bringing him in now against Watford, I think it gives you a chance to bring him in. Hopefully it doesn't disrupt the team too much because we can go out there and beat Watford.
Yeah. And Chris?
Yeah, I agree with Brian, and we were talking about this on Friday that Nuno's come in, said everyone's got a clean slate. We had 2 wins, and then you go and change a team that have won 6 points out of 6. And with Moura, it seems to be it's always him that's sacrificed. Champions League final, there'll be a few other games. It's always him that's sacrificed for Kane. So I hope that doesn't have a negative effect. But then if we end up winning comfortably today, free-flowing, very comfortable win, Kane gets 2 goals or 3 or sets up a couple, then you have to say it's the right decision, and then it's possibly a fitness-based thing to get him up to fitness for the 3 key games that we've got coming up after the international break. But yeah, for me, I wouldn't have started him. I'd have left him on the bench. That the team that started against City and Wolves started them, and then make the changes at half-time, 60 minutes if you need to. But it remains to be seen if it's the right decision or not.
Yeah, that's true, right? Chris and Brian and I were actually on Chris' stream show the other day on Friday, right? Friday, 12:30 p.m. GMT, right? Yeah. So we were talking about this too, and all of us actually agreed that more or less Kane should be on the bench and come off after that and let Moura have his run. But like I said before, Nuno knows best, and maybe because we're playing Wolves at home, we're playing Watford at home, right? I think more or less he has to show that we are more on the front foot or something now. So let's hope it works out, and let's hope that the scoreline that Vibuff gave comes true. Right, Kane gets his hat trick, catch up with the rest of the in the Premier League. Kane hasn't scored yet, right? But the rest of the other guys are putting in the goals early, so he has to chase after the Golden Boot. So hopefully he gets his hat trick. Okay, but okay, the next thing is coming. Sissoko is in Watford's starting lineup today. So why don't you start with Jens? Any feelings on that? On Sissoko starting?
Going back to what I was saying earlier with my mate from Watford, he's saying that that's something that they're missing in their team, is someone who will run all day and press. I said, well, don't expect him to do much tackling or much heading, because for a guy a guy that size, his physical presence in the air and with tackling was never really as good as I thought it should be. I'm not sure it's going to make much difference, to be honest. I still think we got too much for him.
Mm-hmm. All right. Viber, what do you think about Sissoko starting?
Yes, there's a positive thing and there's a negative thing.
All right.
There's a positive thing, there's a negative thing. The positive thing is that we sold him. That means he's not good enough. And the negative thing is that he knows our team from in and out completely. So that's the positive and the negative. So I hope the positive thing is a little bit ahead so we can get a victory.
Okay. And Scott, what do you think? How do you feel? Sissoko
sounds a little mean for me to say that I'm happy to see him there, and I don't want to. But I don't know. I've looked at the Watford team, and I'm not as familiar with them as maybe some of the other people are. So it's not like he's coming in to replace a player that I was really concerned about. So I think it's probably not going to, I think somebody said, it's not going to make that much of a difference. I don't think he's the kind of player that really transforms the game anyways. So yeah, I guess good for him. Like we were talking about earlier, he seemed like a good guy. I don't think he was really one of the bad guys, one of the negative people that we had. So good for him that he found a place that I think he'll fit in, and good to see him getting starts.
Okay. And Sanskar?
Well, I'm kind of actually worried because the last 2 years for Sissoko at Tottenham, it's been rough. The fan base have made it abundantly clear what they wanted. Like, they didn't want him. It's been very clear for the last 2 years. And now he's got a chance against Spurs at the stadium in front of the fans to prove everyone wrong. So, if he takes that chance, if he has that adrenaline rush, and because if he comes in with a point to prove that, no, I have it in me and you guys were wrong, then I don't know, because when Sissoko was good, it wasn't like Sissoko had a horrible run throughout the years at Spurs. I mean, you don't get in the French national team just like that. He did have the talent in him, and if I would be surprised, but if he has that revenge feeling and comes in with a point to prove, I'd be surprised. That's why I'm really curious to see how he does today.
Mm-hmm. And Chris, what's the feeling of Sissoko starting against us? Will he, put us damper our expectations or something like that?
I'd fully expect us to have more of the ball, so I'd expect them not to have too much of the ball for him to be in effect. Obviously, the counter-attack and the battle between him and Højbjerg will be quite interesting. Now, I do slightly disagree with Vibav slightly in that he'll know our team. It's a brand new team with a brand new manager, and it takes a long time for things to come through. So even though he'll know the players, he might not necessarily know the system yet or the tweaks that Nuno makes, but he'll definitely know the players and the weaknesses of certain players, regardless of the system. But I'd expect us, like we said at the start, to take this game to Watford and have the majority of possession, but obviously be wary of them on the counter-attack and if we lose the ball. But yeah, and good to see him get. Like I said, I don't have any hate for Sissoko. He did a good job for us. He wasn't the best player, but he did a good job for us and tried. But good that he's got his place. But yeah, have a bad game today, along with those if he comes on. But yeah, I like both of them, to be honest.
Yeah. And just hold on, Brian. Hey, Leo, Leo's in the stadium and he's watching us from the stadium now. Leo, if halftime,
that's dedication.
Yeah. Leo, if halftime, if you're free, hop on. I think I've sent you the link. All right. If not, let me know.
Also, ask him how he gets Wi-Fi and signal in the stadium, because I couldn't.
Yeah, I can hop on at halftime. Yep. All right, that's good. Oh, sorry to let you for that, Chris. I forgot to tell you. the Wi-Fi signal, right? Use the stadium Wi-Fi. According to Stelios, right? The stadium Wi-Fi is brilliant.
Yeah, I did that, but it didn't work. But then my network is O2, so I guess it serves me right for getting a phone network that sponsor the scum next door. But
Yeah, but what are you doing? What are you doing? What are
it's
you
either
doing?
it's either that or Samsung, and I can't stand Chelsea either.
Oh, mate,
dear.
you've really just shut me down because I have everything Samsung. Everything.
I have everything Samsung too. Yeah.
So that's
Okay,
because I
Brian.
hate Apple. That's not because I hate Chelsea.
Brian, Sissoko, starting today. Do you think he'll do something to screw us up?
So I want to go back to what Ricky Villiers said about Watford fans saying it. Listen, Mr. Sissoko to me, and I think everyone will remember him, was just the current day Didier Zakora. That's all Sissoko was. He can run and run and run. It's like Forrest Gump. I just felt like running, and literally off he goes. Listen, I think it's a bit weird that he's playing up top, like behind. From my formation, he's not playing like a defensive role. He's playing next to Ismail Sarr. I think it's very, very, very bizarre for any player. I mean, I know this has happened a few times where a player 48 hours ago was playing for the home team and now his first game is the away team. So I'm going for him to make a killer through ball at long last, but it'll be to Harry Kane and he forgot what shirt he's wearing and Harry Kane took it away. So I'm going for that. I mean, I'll have to give you my first memory of Mr. Sissoko because it's one I tell everyone. So just before I moved out here to Canada, I went to the 3-1 Borussia Dortmund Champions League game just after we signed him. Harry Kane scored a goal when he took it from the halfway line and smashed it in the near post. So did Son. And we brought Didier Zakora, I was about to say, Mr. Sissoko on. And I was with one of my friends who was a Man U fan. And he was like, I'm sure Sissoko's good. I'm like, he's terrible. And he thought he'd beat the offside trap. And he didn't. But he was through on goal. No one around him. The ball was on the floor. He took a shot from outside the area. And when I say this shot was so pathetic, he made the ball bounce from being on the ground and it hit the corner flag. When he was through 1-on-1 by himself and the whole crowd just started pissing themselves laughing. Listen, what you got to remember is he's one player. When we look at people that take time to settle, he was one player that took an eternity to settle. And in all my time at Tottenham, I haven't seen a player take the kind of fan abuse of being, oh my God, you shit, or every time he comes on, oh. But he did have a period with us where he was vital. And no matter what, when a player goes, we always wish him well, unless they're Judas. I wish him well. Listen, he did a job for us. It didn't work out. Just don't play. Just don't have a great game today. Whatever you do, just don't have a bloody great game because then you're asking for trouble. But yeah, I wish him well. And it's just strange to see him there because everyone was convinced he didn't make the cut-off time for signing. Well, apparently he has. So he's either going to have a blinder or Watford are starting with 10 men. That's all you get, Mr. Sissoko, one or the other.
Oh, dear. But for me, I'm quite surprised that he's starting. You get what I'm saying? He just changed club, and all of a sudden he's going to the first team. I don't think the integration will be there at the moment. I think there'll be certain,
they must be desperate.
Or they must be desperate, or maybe they don't have enough players to play in that position. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. There's one more thing I wanted to add, Eugene. So go back on what Ricky said about not running. You know what I see him as? I think they look at him as the perfect replacement for Decore. Because he's got that build, that stamina, that kind. That's what when you get Sissoko, that's what you think you're getting. Sure. So that's why I'm a bit more confused that he's playing so advanced.
I've seen some comments from Watford fans on the internet, and I know you have to always be a little wary of where they're getting them from. But a lot of them are like, "Yeah, we have our new Capu, right?" And they're so happy, like, "Oh, this is going to work out great." And I felt
at least one syllable's correct.
Saying,
Cap.
But so I don't. I mean, those are fans, and obviously, I assume the team has a much better view of them. But I was reading those from the fans, and I felt bad because I'm like, you're not. That's not at all what the player that you're getting. What they were talking about.
You're in for a shock.
Well, Scott,
he's really going to help us.
I'm about to say this, Scott, but Watford have a World Cup winner.
Oh yes,
yeah.
Watford have a World Cup winner.
True.
That's the closest Watford, unfortunately, will ever come to to greatness,
World Cup.
and that'll be the thing they're living on.
And Elton John.
Oh yeah, they have
Right,
Elton
Tyler.
John too, right? Yeah. Elton John is still part owner of Watford, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
one thing he used to do, or I think he still does it. My mum's company that she runs is based in Watford, very close to the ground. And what Elton John used to do every year, or was it every year or every 2 or 3 years, he used to hold a private concert at Vicarage Road for all the business owners in Watford. And literally, he gave out tickets. They all came, and you literally got to see Elton John live, perform whatever. So he does so much in that community still. He's based in LA or wherever he is, but he is every bit of what he may not have full control, but what he does for Watford is incredible.
They still got the AstroTurf.
No.
I remember.
AstroTurf?
No.
That was Luton, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was Luton.
Oh,
Kenilworth Road.
Yeah. Sorry, no. My dad played at Kenilworth Road for some kind of like amateur game, whatnot, and I just remember the surface being abysmal. Like,
It's
The whole
Luton.
stadium it's one of the weirdest stadiums you'll ever see.
yeah.
Oh, guys. And of course, guys, the match is coming up soon, about in 20 minutes, right? Before we talk about some technical things, number one, the game. Are you all still going to be watching and doing the stream along together, or are you going to hop off?
Yeah, I'll hop off and come back at half time.
I'm going to hop off, yeah.
All right.
I'm going to have to hop off because I need to use my tablet to watch the game because our channel hasn't appeared on our smart TV yet, so I need to watch it. And then I'll probably hop on at half time and straight after the game as well.
Yep.
But yeah, I need to be using my tablet. So as much as I love you, Eugene, and want to stay with you for as long as I'm going to give you a hug. Here, guys.
Make sure it's the tablet. Make sure it's the tablet.
Oh no, guys! Just to let you know, to watch the game, right? The Wi-Fi password. That is the secret word, right? So anybody needs the Wi-Fi password, right? You can just put it in the private chats. Then, if you all just want to use the Wi-Fi password to watch it, then go ahead. All right. That is the secret password, secret word that we use, right? But guys, but no, there's still time. The game hasn't started yet, and anything anybody wants to add to the games that had passed? Any games that surprised you? Brentford, Aston Villa. Jamie was saying something like that.
I think with Man City. Sorry, Jamie. With Man City, everyone's crowing about them now because they're winning 5-0 and whatever. They're playing awful teams. They played one good team this season and they lost. Arsenal's defence awful. I don't know who they played last week, but again, Norwich, I think it was, awful defence, and they're crowing about them, which when they come against a good team who can nullify maybe their strikers or whoever who is going forward, then that's when they struggle because they potentially missed out on getting Harry Kane or a striker in. But yeah, so while it's a brilliant result for us, very funny, and they look formidable, I'm not sure they are. Not yet, anyway. But then they did this last season where 10 games in, everyone, they're not going to win this league. Then they went on a run of winning about 15 games in a row and then won the league. So,
True. They didn't lose in 21 games. I think that was.
But then if we'd won our first 5 games, for example, the media wouldn't be giving us the kind of treatment that they're giving Man City at the moment, just for whatever reason. This isn't like poor Spurs kind of thing, but they just wouldn't. Whereas Man City, they were awful against us, lost, played 2 terrible defences that I could go around my 5-a-side place and get a better defence than that. But,
Mr. K always predicts scores, right? It's always 4-1.
I could have guessed what he predicted without even looking. But you know
Mr.
what?
K predicts 4-1 all the time, so you don't even have to think about it.
You know what? I'm talking with Chris as he was about to say. I just have to bring out a stat which Cody Mack said, the great Cody Mack, when I was on the pump up with him, which made me laugh. If you took the entire 92 teams and put them all in one league, Arsenal bottom on goal difference. That's how bad they. That's how bad that. I mean, listen, they're 9 points behind. Hopefully, us right now. I mean, they're 7 points, but I mean. Forget joking about them trying to get top 4, get Europa. I mean, I don't see where this ends. And literally, people keep saying, and Arsenal, like, there's a lot of Arsenal fans, Troops being one of them, who's been doing it for mad. This is how stupid Arsenal fans are. They're like, oh yeah, let's give him 10 games, and then listen. He's had 1.5 seasons. You're now bottom of the league. You've given him 130 million. Last game, you had one shot on target, one attempt out from 25 Manchester City one. Your second half possession was 8%. You went down to 19% possession, which is the lowest they had. The lowest one they've had after that is 33%. Yet still, they keep him. I mean, it just blows my mind. I mean,
wait, hold on. They've won the FA Cup with him before.
Yeah, I think that the credit they had in the bank, the credit he had in the bank has gone out. But listen, just still be in charge for the North London derby. That's all I care about.
But going back to your comment there, Brian, I'll tell you where it ends. It ends with them getting a new manager, because yesterday's game looked like they're not playing for him at all, and that's the beginning of the end. Xhaka getting sent off. You don't. I mean, I know he gets sent off for fun, but that was literally just, I can't be bothered with this. See you later, boys. But so we need them to get a spirited draw in the next game against Norwich and show that they're fighting for him, and then in the next game, so that we're still in charge when we play them. Then he can go.
Do you know what we did on that as well, Chris? I was watching it on our stream we have over here, DAZN, and there's something that I can't remember who the commentator was, but if you look at it, they had Granit Xhaka, who we just spoke about, who wanted to go, almost got sold, didn't go, gave him a new contract and gave him back the captaincy. And he gets it's like that. I mean, after what Xhaka did, he should never get it. And then you look at it, he went back to a back three yesterday. The same with what's his name? The big tank they have. I can't remember his name. The guy that went on loan last season, Kolasinac.
Yeah.
He wants to go. He hadn't played since the second week of last season. In he comes. And also they had Holding and the guy from Southampton, Chambers. He goes to a back three, and they're all Arsene Wenger players. Forget Emery. And they spent 120. I mean, I know Ben White couldn't play, but surely if you're going to go for a back three, you play Mari, who is one of your players that you brought in. It's like, I just don't understand. And I mean, I'm so happy that I don't understand. Never do I want to understand anything the Filth do. It's just, I just don't understand a single thing is going on. And you know what? Long may it continue.
But he's not a manager, I don't think. He's a coach. He's a number two. Same as like Steve McClaren and Brian Kidd under Ferguson and whoever the Man United managers are. They go into management. They don't really know. They're good coaching on the coaching field, but in terms of tactics and what to do split second on a football pitch, they're not that sure. But yeah, like you say, long may it continue. And please let us have him in charge for the North London derby, and then they can do what they want.
Yeah, personally, I think he's having nightmares of when Højbjerg tried to go through. He's probably going to bed shaking, going, "Oh my God, Højbjerg, go away, go!" Yeah. So that's what I think he is. He's going through PTSD.
Chris, you said that the players have stopped playing for him, and I know he has his whole trust the process or whatever it is. But to me, it looks like he's lost it himself. Like you're saying, that makes no sense. He's changing everybody. Like I see no plan. He just seems like he's just trying to manage game by game, and usually when you get to that stage, that means you're done.
Yeah, it's the beginning of the end, isn't it? If the players aren't playing for you, it's the beginning of the end. If you don't know what you're doing, it's the beginning of the end. So it's only a matter of time.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Sorry to cut you
guys,
off.
Scott, you still going on? Anybody?
No,
okay.
that's
no. All right. I just want to say a big shout out to Mr. K and John Fitzpatrick for joining the stream. Thanks for your support. Right, guys. I also don't know what to say about Arsenal anymore, so I'd rather not say anything. You know why? I don't want bad karma to come back on us. So let them be happy with who they have, right? And by the time if they find out their mistakes, to tell the truth, it's the owners. You get what I'm saying, huh? Right? And like what Jamie says is, what Chris says is very true. Against Norwich, most probably will be his test. And if he can't beat Norwich, are they playing away or at home? They're playing at home, right? If I'm not mistaken.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, Norwich at home or away. But if he can't beat Norwich, right? So I guess the owners will have to do something, correct, about Arsenal. But in the end of the day, are supposed to focus on Spurs today against Watford, right? And as the thing is going now, is that if we win, we will be top. Okay. And somehow or another, there's always this saying, whenever we are put in a pressure position to achieve something, we never achieve it. Okay. And guys, if you look back at the stats, right, us playing Watford, right, ain't good. Home or away, it ain't good. Go through it.
Ooh.
Yeah, go through the stats. I think for the past 5 years
Yeah.
that we played them, I think we only beat them once.
At home.
No. The stat was that that we've not lost them in 16 out of the last 17 fixtures.
Yeah, but that's on the larger scale. I'm saying the last 5 or 6 games that we played them in the Premier
Beat
League.
them 1-0, didn't we, at their place?
Yeah, that's all. And the rest has been scored draws or 0-0s or something like that. Yeah.
But that was under Mourinho, which was such a negative way of playing football. Yeah. We went there for a 0-0. We're going there. We're at home now, so we're going to win. But even Wolves last week, it was a defensive display, but to win, not to get a draw. So I think it's a completely different kind of mindset now.
Yeah.
I mean,
maybe that's why Harry Kane is starting. Right.
So do you know what it is with this game with Watford? Do you know what it is? I think this is the first time in a very, very long time. I saw it mentioned today when you talk about when we could go top and this is when we choke. This will be the first time that after 3 games, only one team potentially could have taken maximum points. So if that's not true. Just written in the start, like, oh, here we go. But when you talk about when you talk about the fixtures, I mean, I've got 2 memories of Watford at home that I love. I mean, the last game I went to before I moved to Canada, like the last Spurs Watford game, I think people will remember it was Pochettino's, I think his first season, maybe even I think his first season, where we beat them 1-0 and Kieran Trippier scored, and it was a wonderful team goal. And then Dele Alli did like an outstep of the foot cross, and Trippier just had to tap it in. It was a commanding performance, which was just fantastic to see. That was my last. But the Spurs Watford game that always gives me goosebumps was watching in Israel and Paul Robinson score from a goal kick. So, not saying that Hugo would score because I don't think he can kick that far or accurately. That's for damn sure. I honestly think Watford. I honestly think this is the first game. I've said this before that. The last 2 games, Man City, the champions, let's face it, everyone is defensive. You will not find a team that outdoes Manchester City on possession. You just simply won't. And then against Wolves, which is a very, very hostile ground to go to, Nuno knows what happens there. And it was like the first home game after COVID, so you had to be careful and play a defensive game. Whereas I think Watford is the perfect game to say, okay, listen, we sat back and done what we need to. Today is the day where we do not let this team get all the possession. This is where we dictate the play. So I think this is what's going to happen in this game. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop off now, so I'm going to get my stuff ready for the game. But I will hop on at half time.
All right, thanks, Brian. Catch up
Anytime,
with you later.
man. Always a pleasure seeing you all. And I'll end as always. Levy out.
I'm going to head off to Eugene and catch the game. Right. So I'll speak to you at half time. Yeah, cheers, guys.
All right. Cheers. Bye, Chris. See you later.
I got the
I'll join in at half. I'll try to join in at halftime. I'll also be there at the end of the game. Okay, come on, you Spurs. Right. Hopefully,
we always have this exodus whenever there's a game.
I'll give you some good stats here. Good stats. I'll give you some good stats. Spurs have just lost 1 of the last 27 games against home league games against promoted sides. With that loss coming against Nuno Espirito Santos in 2018.
And guess where Nuno is now? All right. Jens, are you staying on or are you hopping on?
No, I'm going to head off now. So I'll catch you at halftime.
I'll catch up with you later. Catch you at halftime, Jens. Scott.
Good luck, guys.
Okay. How about you, Spurs?
Sexy football.
Yeah.
Okay, just make sure you don't stop watching the game.
See you later, fellas.
Catch up later, Jens. Right. And Scott, you'll be on with us, right, Scott?
Yeah, I'm gonna try it. You know, in the past I've been able to comment and watch the game. I don't know if we'll see what happens trying to watch it. And
it's a very open thing. So. Okay, to tell the truth, Jamie, you don't have it, right? You don't have it live.
I'll be doing my usual Spurs audio broadcast from the official app.
All right, and Scott, do you have it live?
What's that? Yeah,
You
yeah,
have
I
the
have that same
Wi-Fi
thing, like-
password, right? All right.
Well, I have it
Scott
like
has it.
Brian said. We on the DAZN, so
Oh, the zone.
so
You can
it's
get it.
awesome.
Yeah.
I can fast forward, or not. Well, obviously not fast forward if it's live, but I can pause it,
Okay.
rewind, go back. So it's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
super.
That one is it's like a DVD, a DVR box or something like that. That's what we
Yeah,
get
it's
to.
really.
And Vaibhav, have you got the what called the Wi-Fi password?
No, I'll probably have to go to watch on my TV again because I
All
was
right.
trying to watch on my mobile, but it's not working.
It's not working. All right, Vaibhav, I'll
Yeah.
catch up with you later. You go and watch your TV,
Yes.
and if you want to
Bye-bye.
come on and hop on anytime and say anything to us, we're here because we're doing a
Yeah,
watch
sure.
along. It'll be all the way until the post-match review. Okay, take care.
Yep.
All right,
Bye-bye.
next time. Bye bye. All right. And I got some friends actually watching. Okay. Nice blue shirt. Yes, yes, Effendi. Why don't you hop on? You got the link. Join us. Do a watch along. All right. And Mr. K, are you coming on, Mr. K? Mr. K is working today. He was first team. Wayne Bonner. Yep. Love Hoddle spin and chip against Watford. Yeah, all the memories against Watford. Actually, we do have a lot of good memories against Watford. You know that, right? Live game reaction segment for the show. Yes, live game reaction segment. We're doing a watch along, Mr. K. Hop on. Hop on.
A watch along and a listen along.
Yeah, watch along and listen along. And then we'll see all the weird things happening while this is happening.
An APP along. App along.
Oh, Mr. K is on the bus right now. All right. When you get off the bus, hop on. Yeah.
What is it? Is it the bus replacement service because his railway line is down again?
Yeah, he's going to do some. He's gone out to do some things today. Yeah.
All right, I got it set up. But if I'm looking away from you, it's not because I'm not.
Don't worry.
Because I have my tablet
I look
set up
away
here
too.
with the game on. So
yeah, I have the game here, right? I have my screen here, right? And this side, whatever is doing that side, who cares? Just long. The most important is this side. Here.
Eugene lacks spatial awareness when it comes to pointing at who's speaking in
Cameras.
the window.
I have it on this side. Yeah, this side.
Yeah, I'm like Brian. I only on one of my TVs can I get the app on my smart TV, but it's upstairs in the bedroom where my wife is sleeping in. So I don't think she'd appreciate me going up there and turning it
Sunday
on there
morning.
with the computer screen, putting her on YouTube.
And while you're talking and shouting, "Go!" and she's going, "What?"
If you go up there, you have to go up with a cup of hot chocolate with whipped cream.
Right.
What I do is
same,
she lets
I'm
me
watching
come on here and I let her sleep in. It works out well for us. So.
Yeah. No, I'm saying you're same with me, right? I have the laptop in front of me with the screen right in me. On my right, okay, right. I can't even tell left and right on screen. On my right is my handphone with a tripod, right, streaming the game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's how
Just
I'm
remember,
at the moment.
just reverse the direction you think you're pointing in. You'll be pointing in the right direction.
You see, when I point this way, right, my phone is
If
actually this way, but on the screen, right, it's actually this way.
I know it mirrors it. So
It's empty here.
If
This
the
side is empty.
item,
So how you want me to point something empty? I'm watching the game here.
No, if the item if the item is on your left, you point right, and if the item's on your right, you point left.
Left. Who cares? We'll
Yeah,
find
that's
out.
messed me up when I was trying to wave, and I think I was putting my hand in front of the screen. I don't know. I was just all over the place when I first. You got to figure all that.
I'm just waiting for
right hand is on the left. Left hand is on the right. Yeah.
I'm just waiting for some Canadianisms to come out.
Canadianisms.
I don't.
I mean, if you're telling Porkies that your voice apparently goes really high. Oh, I'm not doing anything.
You know
right
what?
now.
A lot of those Canadian things are from people like out of Ontario. So Cody Mack, Brian Ireland,
Reynolds.
maybe. Like some of them are more Ontario things rather than some of us out west. We still do it, but
not even the A.
That's the one. Like that, I find it's more people out in Ontario that say A. I might do it myself. Maybe you'll catch me here, but it tends to be.
I think I've heard you say about.
Yeah, that one I don't. I guess
I don't want you to say the Ryan Reynolds one where when they're having general banter they always use F buddy.
Okay, I won't. I don't think that one will come out. You'll be okay there.
All right. Yeah. Scott is a good guy.
Yeah, no. What I'm saying is, it was surprising with this film star, initials RR. he was saying that in Canada, apparently everyone uses it as like a segue between conversation if they're like shooting the breeze. And I was like,
that means the F word
Oh, yeah,
becomes
yeah,
a common word that you use in a daily. I understand. Yeah, it does. You know, a lot of languages have that, right? They more or less normalize the vulgarity of that word, and it becomes part of a sentence. That's all.
I
I'll
thought the
be back in
Canadians were the polite northern
Stop.
cousins.
Yeah.
I don't know. He
yeah,
said he'll be
he's
back,
got-
and then he cut himself off.
Yeah, I know, because the match is going to start soon. I'm not sure whether we're going to sync. Can we sync together? And I'll just go off cam for a while you know what I'm doing, Jamie. Just take over for a while. All right, we started.
Okay, yep. So the Watford game is underway, and we are hoping for 3 points, which will mean many wonderful things. But we're not going to.
Good night. Thank you for joining us. Thanks for your support.
And we're gonna not crow or anything. If things go well, we're just gonna hold tight and hope that the game goes in the direction we believe it will go in.
Yes.
Sorry, Eugene, you're behind, I think, right? I'm at 40 seconds.
I'm not behind. I'm in front of you.
Oh,
well, you're always, you
now.
know the future.
Watford. Eric Dyer to rescue.
Look at that. Sissoko makes a better pass there than he has in the whole time in Spurs.
Yeah. What time are you at now? 51, 52?
I'm at
53?
1 minute.
Okay, I'm just about a few seconds behind you. That's okay.
I can just pause it here.
Yeah. No, it's okay.
Well, I don't want to have a big reaction. That's why I was like, I saw them make that play.
Don't worry.
Don't worry. Jamie will have the biggest reaction. He knows things first.
Oh, that's
I'm at
nuts.
I'm at 111 now. 111, 112, 113,
oh,
114,
yeah,
115.
I'm roughly. I'm
right,
like 2 seconds ahead of you, so it shouldn't make much of a difference at all.
Okay. So Watford is giving us the first scare. Woohoo! Yeah, Watford is coming out strong.
Well, they often teams do, especially if they're the weaker team.
But I think, haven't you noticed that Spurs nowadays, right? First half we are a bit on the back foot, a bit slower, right? And we pick things up as it goes along. Especially once we reach about the 15, 20 minutes, then it's like our fourth gear will kick in.
That happened a lot with Nuno at Wolves too. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I know I watched a lot of his games, not last season when they had their poor season, but 2 years ago when they were still having a good season. And it seemed like, a lot of times they would kind of sit back and wait. And I think some of the people said, Wolves fans had said that he would sit back kind of in the first half, feel the game out. And then in the second half, often they would kind of come out more with, like, it would almost seem like they were trying to get to halftime 0-0, and then in the second half we'll see what we can do. But
also that means Nuno is more of, he studies the game in the first half, the opposition players, and then that's when he changes the tactics to counter the team, right? At the moment, Dele Alli has the ball.
This is what frustrates me about Dele. It took so long to make that decision.
Yeah.
He did well to win it, and then just takes so long for him to make a decision.
Dilly-dallied.
Yeah.
He dilly-dallied.
He didn't ding dong ding dong.
Ding dong 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 is mine, not his. I know.
I've just realised.
Let me see. Mr. K can't watch the game and at the same time on my phone. All right, Mr. K, you can't do that.
Don't worry, Mr. K. We'll keep you posted. I'm sure you'll choose the.
The no, Mr. K says that either he watches the game or he joins the stream. But it's okay, Mr. K. You can watch the game. You can join the stream at halftime. All right, I'll catch you up then. Bye bye.
Just one thought. Do you think that Eugene has got the same laugh as Son in training?
It's an Asian laugh. Ding dong, ding dong. But at least we have the ball in their half. All right, pass it to Son. Son gives it to Tanganga, corner. No, my God, he screwed it up.
Just kick that straight out. Yeah.
I just miscued it, I think.
Yep.
Takes his eye off the ball. That's what the commentator said.
He's meant to have his foot on the ball, not his eye on the ball.
He took his eye off the ball, so he can't have the ball. He can't have his eyes on the ball while his eyes are off the ball.
Yeah. whilst you've got your cam off, can you change the Brentford? Because according to the scoreline on your ticker, you've got
Yeah, I
Aston
gotta
Villa
change it.
versus Brentford.
Oh, all right. Aston Villa versus. No, wasn't it Brentford?
Oh,
Brentford.
Brentford. All right, I need to edit that. Jamie's an English teacher, so he needs to. Oh, I've deleted it. Who cares? I've deleted it. But I'll put this on now, right? Let's see what's happening now. Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm not even sure it's the fact that I'm an English teacher because I'm British.
Okay.
I tend to be particular about my language.
Yes.
Were you there?
I am too, but misspelled it. Yeah.
Were you there on
Brent,
Will's stream when he kept saying Norwich
Pundits.
and it was driving?
Oh,
Aaron
Norwich.
nuts?
Yes. Yeah. It's not Norwich. He says
And he thought
Norwich.
he was changing it, but he just kept saying the same word.
Did you watch this pre-match show recently? Yeah,
What's
Pundits
that?
and Pundits.
Oh, yeah.
The most recent show that went on this morning. Oh, sorry.
Last night for
night
us.
Yeah.
No, I was at work, so I couldn't.
Oh,
I only saw the very end of it. But...
Did you get the part where someone puts up a super chats turn Will into Mr. K?
No, I didn't see that one. Yeah.
That's one thing I love about our shows is that we're gonna end this show in 5 minutes, and then 1 hour later, you're still talking about food.
This time they were talking about
child psychology.
rearing.
Let's see what Ricky says. Jens says, "How was that not a penalty? What happened?
Was that the Reguilon tackle he's talking about?
Maybe. I don't know, missed it.
Or he's farther in the future than us.
I'm not sure, but I think he's missed it. Let's see what happens now. Is there any kind of tackle for a penalty for us or penalty for Brentford? But nowadays there's VAR, right? So if anything goes wrong, we always can go back and check with VAR, unless maybe they got the ball and the player
earlier.
Earlier on Kane. Oh,
sorry, I missed. I had to go deal with one of my kids, so I missed the very start.
I missed that part too, because but never mind. We'll get another one. Don't worry. But saw another Watford is quite adventurous coming forward. Oh, it was in the first minute. Missed that. Sorry, Jens. Dyer is doing quite a good job now. Okay. Ali wins it.
I'll go back and take a look at it if there's
later.
Like a break in the game.
Yeah. No, it's okay. We can look at it during halftime.
I thought I could get up and there wouldn't be much happening right at the start, but obviously, obviously not.
Yeah. Now remember the Pacos de Ferreira game. Romero just pinged one ball into Kane.
I missed that too. I was 10 minutes late getting back, and I missed that. I heard everybody talking about Romero, and I.
But one thing is good. The stadium is full, right? A lot of our mates are actually in the stadium, and most probably you'll catch some of the view later in the stadium at halftime. Yeah, and the atmosphere is brilliant. Yes, Ricky Villa. Atmosphere is brilliant.
Just have to step away for a minute, guys.
Yep. Jamie, Watford is pressing us back, right?
Yeah, but no score yet. So at the moment,
no score yet. Yeah. Somehow or another, they don't look threatening, but the ball has been in our half more than in their half. So
hopefully this is the extent of what they've got to put against us. We've just got to weather it and then play our game.
Yep. Højbjerg passes. Bergwijn gets the ball. Reguilon. Flipped it up above. Nope. Harry Kane is not sharp as Harry Kane is supposed to be. Yeah. But at least in our attack, we look quite organized in the build-up.
Hopefully that's it's the starting impact of Nuno.
Yeah. The Tangangster is holding the right flank. That's good. Kane misses it again. Yeah. It looks like we're playing a 4-3-3. Yep, 4-3-3. But defensively, Reggie looks better nowadays, right?
Yeah, less impulsive.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I watched that back. I agree with Ricky Villa there. It's that should have been a penalty.
Too early in the game. Ref doesn't want to give it.
Maybe it was a terrible giveaway by the Watford player. I don't know. I didn't see.
All
who
right.
that was.
Delhi's putting in a shift, and Yen says that Reggie has matured a bit like that. Yep, that's good.
I think with Reguilon, if we remember, like he was pretty good in the first half. It was the second half where he
Of the
really
season,
started getting a
yeah.
little, and I think that just sticks out in people's mind more, right? Obviously, because
yeah.
it's.
So I think that last season was very weird, right? I think it was something like, in the end of the day, is Jose was the one who lost heart, and the rest of the team felt it. The rest of the squad felt it, and the whole of the season fell apart, right? Because maybe Jose was expecting to get some players in, but he was given the bad news even before the window came. Early January already, he was saying, we are not going to get any additional players, right?
I don't think Jose is a good manager for what was going on with our team underachieving and not getting things. I think he probably that's not really.
At least it didn't turn into as toxic as what happened in MU. This was one thing, right? Because when he was in MU, he really was very, he came out and he smacked everybody openly. You see, so he pulled back a bit, but of course, even if you don't smack people openly, privately also you will have a problem. Yeah. Bergwijn again. Yeah, Bergwijn again. That's true. Yeah, you're right, Ricky. Having a subtle start helps consistent. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yes, Mr. K.
Nice from Tanganga to save that.
Yeah.
Bergwijn, come on.
Bergwijn, yeah.
I'm keeping quiet because I'm a few seconds ahead of you guys.
Oh, it was, it's deflected. Oh, you're keeping quiet. I mean, there's a goal. Look at him. Look at his face.
No.
Yeah, look at his face.
If there's a goal, I will react.
Yes. So that means there must be a penalty then.
No.
Don't tell me there's a counter.
Actually, the chair I'm using my wife's office chair because my chair wasn't high enough for the green screen. Yeah. It's not as comfortable. I'm getting a bit of a pain in the bottom of my spine because it's not. I have this Backjoy Posturepedic seat attachment normally.
All right.
Jamie, you said that last week, and my daughter,
oh my God, they have scored.
Daughter was in here. Oh,
don't tell me Watford has scored and everybody's keeping quiet. Something's on.
How did this?
No.
Is this no?
But Mr. K said 10 gangster, so I guess it's our goal.
My daughter heard you say that last week, Jamie, and she was laughing. She loved it.
What?
Lol, the what?
Last week you said you'd been sitting for about 4 hours or something, and your bottom was getting sore. And my daughter was in here, and she thought it was the funniest thing. She was laughing. So
you said she memed it.
What's that?
No,
you said she memed it.
No, she heard it. I think she heard it.
I thought I'd become a meme.
She's only 7 years old. She's at least 6 months away from knowing how to do
Nobody has scored. Ricky has confirmed. It's still 0-0. All right. Thanks, Ricky.
Oh, you got me scared.
Thanks, yeah, we were scared. I don't know who was going to score. Yeah. And especially when Jamie says, I'm not going to say anything. So that means something has happened. More shots by Watford against us.
Oh, that was more the fact that you and Scott seem to have more sort of technical banter, and for a man of many words, I don't have much to say in that area. I'm more of an emotional fan than a technical fan. So
we're all fans. Dele Alli has the ball, but I don't know why Mr. K keeps saying Dele Alli is a mug. Is it a good thing or a bad thing?
Tottenham are getting more of the play now. They're starting to show their greater strength.
Yeah, but the thing is that
it's kind of the opposite of the games, because we're when we get it, we're doing more dominating the possession, keeping it for multiple chances. But then Watford gets it on the counter and is making us look bad on the counter.
Yeah, that's true. I know, but what does Mr. K say? Center midfield block. Lucky there. Yeah. Looking good so far. Yes. We're dominating. We're having more possession of the ball now. Like I said, the first 10 minutes or so, 15 minutes, that's what happens with Nuno nowadays. I think that's what he does, right?
Who was it that said they wanted 0 shots on goal, and I think they had a goal in like a shot on a minute 30? I don't. That didn't last.
That was Viber.
Sanska. I know
Sanska or Viber. Yeah.
Sanska. Viber wants 5-0.
Yes. No, but like I said, this is a time when teams like that sit back. They have 9 players in defense and 1 player. They're playing 4-4. 4-5-1. Yeah. Can't find Son. Delis can't find Son.
He just has to look up, unless it's a cloudy day.
Mm-hmm. Oh, 4-1-4-1, Ricky. Yes. Yep.
It's always a cloudy day in England, isn't it?
Excuse me. I was angling for Canadian stereotypes. Now you're going for English ones.
Actually, I was in England back with my wife.
4-1-4-1 according to Ricky's app. All right.
And it was smoking hot. It was so hot the week we were there.
Global warming, Scott. Global warming.
No. The same temperature can feel different in different places based on anything from humidity to breeze and whatnot. So,
that's.
I mean,
somehow or another, it's quite consistent. For the past 3 nights, right? The whole day is hot, but just before sunrise, for about 3 hours, the rain comes.
No,
on time.
In Manila, it's been generally warm, but it's not been hot. Normally, we're always hot, and it's stupid. In England, if the temperature was 27 degrees centigrade, I'd be like, "Whoa, roasting!" In Manila, it's like, "Oh, I need to put a sweater on."
Yeah. No, that's why in Malaysia we're going through a Malaysian winter, because when the nighttime the temperatures will drop down to 23, right? So it's
which is a nice
like a Malaysian
day in
winter,
Canada or England.
Yeah, I can't stand that wet English winter where it's like it's -1, but it feels so miserable.
England, when its sun is shining, it's great. Yeah, I keep telling Mr. K, I miss the sunshine on my skin while the cool breeze blows over you. I miss that so much.
Yeah, no, the perfect weather in England is about 80 degrees Fahrenheit, gentle breeze, blue skies, and the prospect of ice cream in the hand.
And when I was a kid, when my dad was reading law, right, 7, 8, 9 years old, and when winter came, right, and the ice cream truck came along, being Asian, right, you'll be like going, what? And then you see the kids all running out to buy ice cream to eat it in winter. I was going, okay, there's something different.
Yeah, well,
isn't it cold enough?
Yeah, but Mad Dog's an Englishman out in the midday sun. It doesn't matter. Ice cream's ice cream, and if the sun comes out, we're gonna get out in it. If it rains, we moan.
A99. What does Jens mean? Ricky means A99.
Okay, I don't know. Is that a road near where he used to live in Watford, or?
Yeah, maybe, I don't know. They look for 3-3 according to Mr. K. Yeah.
He must be talking about us, right?
A99. I don't know. Later we'll ask him when he hops on.
No. A 99. A 99 is a soft scoop vanilla ice cream in a cone with a chocolate
99, yeah.
with a chocolate flake in, and the chocolate flake is what
Yes,
makes
yes.
it the
Cadbury
99.
flake. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yes, with a flake. Yes, I remember that. And
Ricky,
ice
I hope you
cream.
Ricky,
Yes,
I hope you Ricky, saying what a flake with a flake. I thought you said what a flake. I
Oh,
thought you.
goalkeeper makes the save,
That,
but it was all in the box. Goal box melee after a corner. Yeah, with the flake, Cadbury flakes, right? Stick it into it. Oh, I miss that too. And you're having that in winter, you'll be wondering, wow, that's nice and cold.
yeah, but I think it's not because of the weather. It's because the British, we have a very sweet tooth.
All right.
This is where I miss Toby. Instead, you have Dyer on the ball trying to make those passes.
Dennis is bringing the ball forward again into the penalty box. No.
Oh,
Why is he? Oh,
nice. Regulon, I think, got there, right?
Regulon, yeah. No, that's why I think Regulon has tremendously improved in his defending. Right. At least he's there nowadays. A lot of times last season he wasn't there at all. He was somewhere half of the field. Yeah.
I don't. Last year too, a lot of his mistakes were almost trying to do too much, trying too hard. Which, if you're going to make a mistake, I'd rather that than just being
But
just
Kane
watching
seems
the
a bit
ball go
off,
over your
right?
head like
Have you
Dyer.
noticed?
What's that?
Kane seems a bit off.
Yeah, I haven't. Other than that first chance in the first 30 seconds, where I haven't really noticed him much.
That's one thing about Kane. Sometimes he does that, right? He just goes missing. Maybe we were right? Maybe we should have put him on a bench and let Mora play and then bring him on the second half. But maybe hard to say. If Nuno is brave, he might do the opposite, right?
Yeah, I like Mora coming. I mean, I know Brian was talking about bringing Kane on to go at 60 minutes to go when they're tired, but I kind of like the same thing with Mora, right? His running at guys
speed.
after they've had 60 minutes of, which hopefully they've been under pressure for 60 minutes.
Yeah.
And then
Jens says good defending. That was that was good defending by Regulon. Oh, that's a free kick.
Skip again.
Skip holding. Don't forget, Skip played them last season, championship.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree there with Mr. K. They're moving the ball well, Watford. I was kind of surprised. I haven't seen them much this year, so I've been impressed with them moving the ball up the field.
Yep. We need a goal. All right. That's it. Not going to be easy, but positive energy, guys. Positive energy. And Jamie's reaction. Something must have happened. Look at his face.
No, I smiled because you made a joke.
Okay. There's a free kick. Don't smile like that when there's a free kick against us.
I want to stand up because my butt is hurting.
Yeah, stand up. Why do you think sometimes I stand up when a stream is going?
If I remember from the past, Jamie's poker face isn't that good. He usually has a pretty good reaction when something happens. If I remember, I mean, it's not. There's only been 2 goals that we've been watching along, right, in the 2 games. Did we do it both games? Did you do it one?
In
the first game, no.
No, in the previous games, I wasn't trying to keep a poker face.
Oh, okay. Now you are.
It's only as we realised that my listening to the Spurs app broadcast and my apps that I do have are sometimes slightly ahead of the cable broadcast. So then I realised,
so Mr. K says that we are more dangerous when we go behind. We play too safe too often. Yeah, let's see what happens. Right.
Well, Watford's playing well. I'll give.
Whenever they have the ball, they go forward deep enough into our penalty area. Right, so they're not playing that bad. But once we get the ball, they're actually sitting 9 players back to defend. So that is what you say. We miss a creative midfielder. Maybe we need somebody
And
like
how
that.
many days? How many days left in the transfer window?
What days? Do we still got days left in the transfer window?
2.5, right? It's done
true.
on Tuesday.
Yeah, Tuesday, 2300 GMT. All right.
It's gonna be the 11th hour as it always is, and then we'll either be disappointed or frustrated.
Yeah, and that is Bergwijn looks lively today by Ricky Villa.
Nice. So
somehow another.
I like to see that from Bergwijn trying that pass.
Yeah,
didn't work out, but
we still got the throw in. But Watford is holding well in defense, not trying to make silly mistakes.
Scott, you had to say about the English weather, didn't you? They've just said on the broadcast, "Oh, the dark clouds are coming over now."
Okay.
Hey, we don't living in Canada. We don't get to usually talk bad about other people's weather. So there's only a few. England, Scotland. That's about it. Otherwise, we're the worst weather.
Yeah.
Although our summers, at least when it is summer here, it's usually nice for the whole.
Yeah.
Other than
but when winter comes, it's really cold, right?
Yeah, last year was. We had about a 2-week stretch where it was, I think, minus 35 at least minus 35 every day for 2 weeks. It was miserable.
Oh dear. Minus what?
35.
Minus.
Yeah. It was ice cream weather, but not not eating it, making it.
And it's colder. It's colder out here than they get in Toronto as well.
Are you further up north?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Well, I'm not too bad, but yeah. Somebody said Midwest. I think it was you, Jamie. You said Midwest, and that's the American. Yeah. We're called the prairies in Canada, where I'm from. They call it the prairies. We get more. We're colder than Toronto. Although sometimes they get some crazy snowstorms out there.
Yeah, but that's the continental weather effect, because you're further away from a water mass, whereas Toronto's just on the edge of the Great Lakes.
Yeah. There.
Okay. Yeah, and not to forget, Jens actually is in Holland. So he on a separate note, Ajax is beating our Conference League opponents Vitesse 3-0 at halftime. Let's see what happens in the Conference League. We've got Vitesse.
We got a good
runs, and I can't remember NS Mora, and that's Slovenian according to them. Yeah. Slovenian.
We got a good travel group in terms it's not that hard to travel.
Not that far away,
but they're pretty good, I think. I mean, I mean, in
a day, right? When football is being played, right, you should never underestimate your opponents because the ball is round and anything can happen.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, Jens might know better, but Vitesse, is that how you pronounce it? I mean, I don't think they'll be as intimidated coming. You know, they're playing against Ajax, they're playing against PSV, so they've played some decent teams all the time, right?
Yeah, that's true.
And Rennes has some good young talent. I wouldn't mind taking a few of their guys. I think they have Doku and Camavinga.
I don't understand what. Hold on, I have to go and. Hold on, Skip's got the ball.
Well, who's that foul on? Them?
Back now, so in order. All right. No, Chris is talking to me, and he said what stream link is down. So, but never mind.
Kane's down holding his ankle. That's never a good sign.
Skip or Kane? Kane.
Dangerous free kick there for
yellow
us,
card.
if we have somebody to take it. But
that's why I said we don't have a free expert, right? Free kick expert is out, but nowadays, Lo Celso is not on, so I guess Son will have to take it.
Son or Dyer, he's up there, so he's going to be.
Dyer, Son, Kane is.
I think he's just up there yelling at Sissoko,
though.
Yeah. Watford's player Etobo has just got a yellow card for that.
Yeah.
Clip on.
He just slipped and fell. It's kind of unlucky.
Yeah, that's what they're saying on the commentary.
Yeah.
And the fact that Kane likes to make a bit more of it than other players.
No, that's Jose Mourinho.
I don't know. I mean, he got his legs taken out from under him. I'm sure that that hurts. I don't know.
Dyer's going to take it.
Yeah, look at him. He's.
Ricky says Dyer. Yeah. Dyer starting over the ball.
He's the only
And I
one
guess
there,
there's
I think,
no
isn't
goal. Yeah. If there's a goal, Ricky most probably put it up.
Nope. Just a
Straight
nice
to the
pass to
keeper.
the goalie.
Yeah. Not so special. Yeah. It's Eric Dyer. What do you expect special?
I don't know. How long has it been? I guess it's been since Ericsson, right? That we've had a free kick taker.
Yeah. Ericsson.
And even Ericsson at the end was
lousy.
Putting 50% in.
Yeah.
Effort in.
Really bad. Yeah. Nothing really turned up from Ericsson then.
No, it's
right. Oh, as you were saying, Scott, your daughter was laughing because I was talking to Jamie about. I've been sitting in the chair for about 5 hours. Yeah, that's why Jamie was saying his bottoms have fallen asleep or something like that.
Yeah, she came in and right at that time and she was laughing. Oh, she thought it's pretty good.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I think the transfer window closing, that's going to be a marathon. A lot of people line up shows like,
I think you're okay. Okay, Eugene, you're wrong. It's not going to be a marathon. It's a Snickers now.
Okay. All right, Tanganga. Corner. You got a corner. I think we'll win this 1-0 again. That's all. It looks the way it's going to be.
It's early on a frustrating game. I mean, at least we didn't come out flat, right? We're actually, I think we're putting the effort, but
no results. But let's see what happens this corner, right? Jamie, any reaction? We have a corner, Jamie.
No.
No reaction. So nothing much going to happen. No reaction.
I don't know whether my app's actually behind, but it's not much update on here.
Dyer headed it over the way up.
I think
or Sanchez.
Dyer or Sanchez. Sanchez headed it over the bar. Yeah.
One of them.
Yeah, one of them did it. All right. Oh, Scott, have you taken your breakfast yet?
No, I won't eat till later.
All right. Because usually this time, right, if Daniel from Dan THFC, he comes and joins us, right? He'll be eating cereal in front of Jamie, and Jamie will be going, "Give me some."
Actually, that I found in my local supermarket, they do have a selection of a small selection of American cereals, but they're not very varied. But also it's basically a smaller box for the full price. So they're charging top dollar for a smaller box of cereal.
All right, Ali, come on, Ali.
There it.
Why no one coming in the center of the box? Son got it.
Looks so promising.
Wasn't deflected. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
there's I got a deep down feeling inside, right? There's a problem between Son and Kane this season. Do you guys see it?
Well, do you think it might be because Son was getting himself ready to be the main man, and then Kane comes back in? So
yeah, there's something going on there. I got a funny feeling. It's like Son is not really there with Kane this season, or maybe Son is just pissed off at Kane because he missed training.
I haven't seen it, but there's Danny Rose.
Oh, Danny Rose. At least he's getting cheers.
Yeah,
that's good. Yeah. At least he's getting
I can't help hearing his name and not thinking of a box of chocolates. Because in England, Rose's chocolate selection is like a mainstay of Christmas.
Rose has got links to chocolates.
No. His surname is the same as a famous
brand
of chocolates. Yeah, Cadbury's Roses. It's a selection of chocolates.
Yes,
you get in this big tin at Christmas.
Yes. Now I understand what you're saying. It's like we'll call a variety of chocolates, and it comes in a big
tin, big round
tin,
tin.
big round
And
tin, and then
normally that's the reason why I used to get sick at Christmas, not because of any alcohol, because there'd always be a box of chocolates
why
or
you eat too
stuff
much
to dip
chocolates and you
into.
get sick?
No, when I was a kid, because you'd have it was like nearly a kilo of chocolate, and
A
you'd be
kilo?
dipping. You'd be dipping into these chocolate selection throughout Christmas Day. Eventually, when you mix that with Christmas dinner and all the other snacks, it doesn't go well.
How many times have you done it?
No, that was every Christmas. That's like, and I wouldn't say
Every
I'd get
Christmas.
sick, but I would definitely. I'd always get close to the edge of spoiling my appetite.
Yeah. And what does Yen say? Yes, it's very nice, but quality street is better. Oh, I'm off to England in 2 weeks, and we'll make sure to eat some for you. Oh, Jens
Okay,
is pulling
thank
your
you.
legs again.
Okay, no, I like the soft toffee centers, the strawberry creams.
Oh,
Yeah,
mince?
the praline. No, they don't have mince. They don't have mince in the Roses or Quality Street.
Quality
Okay.
Street's in like that purple tin, is it? When they have all the colorful wrappers? Is that?
Yeah.
Am I thinking of something else?
And the hard toffee was always the last ones left in the box.
Yeah.
So
2 weeks time, Jens, you going for the
Oh.
Arsenal match or the Chelsea match?
I think Leeds scored, or they're showing it on my stream. Nope, never mind. For some reason, they cut away to the Leeds game, so I thought maybe they had scored. Nope.
Oh, your provider cuts away to other matches.
They just show it like a picture-in-picture, right? They just show like a little.
Oh, they show.
They still show the game.
There's unless there's an incident. They put a small picture on top. Yeah, I understand that. Yeah.
Or maybe I'm watching the wrong one. They have. I might be watching the wrong stream, because they have a stream where it's called Gold Rush, and they show like one main game, but then if somebody scores, they show all the. They cut away to that. So I might be on that one because Tottenham's the main game.
Oh yeah, Jens is going to visit. Oh, to see my parents in Devon. Okay, for a weekend. Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah. Jens, we're in Devon because my family have gone down to North Devon constantly for the past 30, 40 years.
Come on, Kane.
Westwood Ho, Billyford, Barnstable, Heartland Quay.
Now we don't have that creative player that which can open up teams. Every time we get to a certain stage, right, at the edge of their penalty box, right, once they crowd the penalty area, we don't have someone to do that. So Nuno has to find a way to
Central Devon.
More Hempstead on Dartmoor. Oh, okay.
You know, Dartmoor is famous for being a wildlife area. It's also famous for having a high security prison.
Okay. High security prison. This one.
Right. It's in the middle of nowhere. So when people escape from Dartmoor, there's someone on the loose on Dartmoor. He's escaped from the prison.
Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. Morton Hempstead. Okay. Morton Hempstead on Dartmoor. Lovely part of the world, even nicer than Tottenham. Oh, okay.
Well, most places are nicer than Tottenham, to be honest. Tottenham's not known for its natural scenery.
Or actually being nice too, right? Tottenham is, center of all problems. One period of time. Is it still?
It's still 0-0.
Yeah, still 0-0. Maybe I should take this off the banner.
But Jaffa,
take it off.
I think
take off the banner and put this one. Yes, right. Then we'll get the scores coming in. All right, the score. We're gonna score soon. Don't worry.
Tanganga's form is almost like getting an extra player because he's really changed in form this season.
Look at what Vibuff's saying. Looks like 5-0 ain't happening today. Yeah, Vibuff. How to say? Harry Kane could score 5 in the second half, right? You never know. You never know. Like I said, we need some creative player to more or less open up the defense. And I think Watford will be very happy if they got a draw here, to tell the truth. Vibuff's universe. Oh dear, don't go there. Vibuff's universe. Not Galaxy universe. Vibe Universe. Oh yeah, Vibe Universe. Yes.
We
yes.
were
Vibe
saying
Universe.
how Tottenham's not very scenic, and Ricky and Jens has said lovely council estates though. Council estates are like
Council estates is what?
the
Gardens?
basic
Like our gardens?
No. Council estates are public housing, so they're like the ghetto.
Oh, all right. Okay. For us, we call
So
it PPR.
he's making a joke.
Yeah. It's like talking low cost housing. In Asia, we call that. Oh, come on. Skip gets it. Come on, Skippy. You played Watford before, right? You should know what to do.
Back.
And we go backwards again. We like that. Someone, it will go out to.
There.
Yes, Tanganga. Come on.
Oh, that's nice from Delhi. But
They headed back to the keeper. Just couldn't reach the ball.
he has to do that one touch and then go. And he kind of had touch.
This is going to be a fiery halftime show. Everybody's going to hop on and start screaming. Oh dear. It's going to be a fiery one.
Or we're saying, are we turning into boring Tottenham?
I don't know. First, we'll be saying why Kane is playing. Why did we change? Yeah.
But I mean, I'm sure some people say, "Oh, look, we look worse. Kane's playing; he slows us down." But I don't think even if Mora was playing, we couldn't play that same way. Watford's not giving us the chances to counter like we've had in the past. They're all dropping back, so
yeah,
I'm not sure.
That's why I said when we reach this type of scenarios, right? We don't have that create.
We got a free kick coming up.
Yeah, Bergwijn just got.
Yeah,
fouled by Casca.
I know. We don't have that creative player, right, to open up the teams, to create spaces. That's why I said if we had, let's say, Adama around or something like that, right? What? He will draw.
Nope. Well,
yeah,
you don't have it.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sonny.
Straight from the free kick? Oh, so
yeah, he's gonna curve it in.
There you go, and that'll change the halftime now.
It's not been.
Huh?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't laugh. What was the goalie doing there? He just had
because
to
the ball
forward.
bounced.
But yeah, he got. Oh, that's nice. All right.
Yes, goal. Vibe says goal. Right, Sonny scores the goal. Right, and Vibe.
Your
5-0 is coming. Your 5-0 is coming, Vibe.
Yes, Scotty saw my reaction and he knew what was coming.
I saw it too. I saw both. As soon as I
saw your
reaction,
remember what I said? I take away that 0-0 banner.
That's why.
And we're gonna score the goal.
My reaction was a laugh because I knew it was coming. So then you see it. Oh man, if Hugo let that in, I'd be pissed.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, you know what? On the replay, it's actually tougher than I thought.
Yeah. I think the goalkeeper stepped to one side.
It looked when you see it from behind, it looks a lot tougher than I thought it was initially.
And when it bounces, I think
I still think if he would have just gone, and got it, he could have gone and got it.
I'm not sure he caught it. Yeah. Yeah. Mr. K is hopping on. Hi, Mr. K. Go!
Guys,
you still haven't arrived yet.
Can you hear me clearly? Can you hear me?
Yes. Clearly. Yeah.
Is my camera a little bit fuzzy or something? It looks a bit blurred.
Oh, you just
I think it's because it's the weather.
No, it's it's probably some paint on it or something. So, guys, you enjoy the goal or what?
Yeah,
was it a smashing goal or what?
Yeah,
no, I think the whole team played together, right? Yeah, it was definitely a set play, and it looked like it was definitely put right into the pocket, right? Yeah, and there's like 4 white shirts all around it. Yeah. So any type of ping pong or anything, right? Yeah, it was going to go in anyway, right? Beautiful set play. I can't believe we actually pulled one off. And Sonny, putting it right through. Dude, that could have been anyone putting that through there. So I think that's fantastic. It does a world of good for his confidence. Does a world of good for the whole team. Dele Alli making a few mistakes. What do you guys think? Is that just him not playing with the team well enough, or Kane not playing well enough with him, or what's going on? those little touches
still,
that he's doing, he's losing the ball.
I think we're still gelling. And Eugene said earlier he thought there was some kind of dynamic between Kane and Son that wasn't quite clicking. So
No, I
think
realize
things are
that.
still coming together.
You remember the first time when Delhi? Oh, bananas! You know something, guys? I completely walked the wrong way.
That was random.
You walked the wrong direction.
I just realised where the heck I am, and that's the motorway over there. I got a long walk back. I might stay on the stream now.
Oh, you said bananas. I thought you'd seen a grocery store.
Not quite. That's my online vernacular.
Okay.
Yeah.
So guys, it's been a smashing match. I like it. I like the game so far.
Oh,
tense,
penalty?
bit nervy.
No,
No, there was calls for a penalty, not an actual penalty.
No, I just on the replay I wanted to see if it was. But...
Yeah. No, Son clipped his own foot and fell over. Yeah.
Well, that's a foul. That's a penalty, isn't it? If you're a Man United player, that's a penalty, right?
Bruno definitely gets the call, but
that's for sure.
Kane getting booked.
Oh, Harry Kane gets booked again.
Yeah, but you know what it is that it's the first five minutes after you scored a goal.
Yeah.
Like, do you understand? It's the first 5 minutes after you scored a goal. This is the maturity of Spurs. Someone has to put a foot in. Someone has to get a yellow. It's just a fact of I mean, nice guys don't win.
Yeah.
Listen, nice guys don't win. And it's like, it's like we knock someone to the ground. We're saying, yeah, come on, get up, and we start fighting again. No, geezer, he's on the ground, going for the kill. That's what we need to do. When we shook up a team, right, finally broken through, we need to crack it a few more times. Too many times that one goal lead doesn't seem to satisfy.
Oh.
Come on, guys, 3 of you here. Give me some commentary.
Yeah. We all start watching the game.
Too much is going on, Mr. K.
Yeah. No, Mr. K.
I'm just watching 3 guys.
We're in control of the ball now. So
it's not a watch along, it's a static image.
But at the same token,
no, it's not static. You are moving.
I've got the radio in one ear and I've got
street.
you guys in the other, so I'm trying to concentrate.
Normally I'd be on the scene itself.
Half-time.
Normally I'd be outside the stadium.
Yeah.
You know that if we all go quiet, something's happening.
Yeah, that depends on whether the road replacement bus service will be in action.
No, that was last week. This week, because I had this urgent job to finish off, kind of really need to do it. So needs must, I suppose. But yeah, I've got this 9 o'clock review of all the games to do. I don't know how I'm going to do that. Probably inside the paint all over me. Probably do it then.
Yeah.
But right now, this game is a cracking game. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah. Hi, Chris.
I haven't seen.
Mr. K's joined us.
Can you believe Reguilon headering a ball? I mean, Reguilon headering a ball in defense. Can you imagine that? I have yet, that made my day.
Yeah. Like we were saying, right? Reguilon's defensive performance has improved a lot in these 3 games. You see?
Seems to have matured.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're winning, and that was a good goal by Son, the goalkeeper error. But I mean, that half just shows how much we miss an Eriksen type player. It's too slow. Every time that we've got the ball forward, it has to go back because there's so many people in the box for Watford, and there's a couple of people like Skip's trying to spread the play quite a lot. Højbjerg's played a few quite good through balls to Tanganga, but it's too slow. It's just always backwards and 2-touch, 3-touch football. It needs to be quicker, but we've got them where we want them now, haven't we? They're going to have to come out at some point to try and attack us, and then that's where we're better as a counter-attack team. But again, against if you don't get that goal, then it's quite tense game. We need. I can't understand why we haven't got a playmaker in since Eriksen left. But anyway, but you can't really be too upset. We're winning, so we just got to see it out now and get top for the international break.
That's true. But like I was saying before, maybe half-time, let's say 60th minute, Kane comes off, Mora comes on, and he runs onto it, right? So maybe the speed will be, more used as a counter because I'm sure the second half Wolves has to come out to try to equalize, right? They're not going to sit back, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I thought Reguilon started off quite
Tempting.
poor against Sarr, but he started off quite poor against Sarr. He got a few crosses in, but he's played really well, similar to Sanchez against Wolves last week. Started off fairly poor and then has kind of sorted it out. And Sarr, he's just going backwards now, so we've got to keep doing it.
Yeah. Hi, Jens.
They're lucky we didn't sign him then.
Yeah. Jens, hold on. Have you met Mr. K? Everybody's met Mr. K, right?
Everyone knows Mr. K is a legend.
Yeah, Mr. K.
is a legend.
Mr. K. Mr. K, stop. Ricky B is here.
Ricky, say again? I didn't hear you there.
Stop. He's touching you.
He's taking the piss out of my language.
Yeah.
I realised that's what happened to
Jens, that wasn't Dutch. That sounded more like Peter Falk from Colombo.
You're going to get a lot of traffic noise coming from my microphone. I'm going to mute myself for a bit until I have to talk. But guys, I'm absolutely excited about what I'm seeing from the game so far. Yeah, we're not the perfect article. We're not the polished article. But what I see us doing was it's almost like a fishing net that we're putting around Watford team, making them smaller and smaller and smaller. And then the way Dyer nonchalantly just knocked the ball back to Lloris and just prevented any type of hope that Watford had of maybe pressing us and getting the ball released. I think that's a maturity which I've seen in the defense, which I haven't seen for a while. Sanchez going out there and actually intermixing, trying to get himself a goal. And having the legs and the speed to really get back into defense as well. So I'm absolutely impressed with that. Can you believe that these are the same players?
Yeah. Hi, Brian.
Hello there. And first of all, let me just say, what's up, my brother, Mr. K? What's up, my brother?
How you doing, my brother? How you doing, my brother?
I'm very good. You haven't responded to me. I'm very, very disappointed in you. Very disappointed in you. Because on one of your shows, when you were talking about people you get on, you're like, I get the regulars on, I get Eugene, I get this one.
Brian.
And I was just waiting to say, you know what, we get Brian on. And just nothing, like I meant nothing to you. It's just like...
I swear, did I mention Brian at the beginning?
No, you didn't. No, I'm only joking, brother.
I'm going to hide.
I'm only joking, brother.
Okay,
I'm joking. But good news, Eugene, I'm going to stay with you for the second half because I've got the living room because I can then stream the game from my phone onto the big TV. So actually, I've got myself on my big TV now. Let me just stop that. Seeing myself on big TV is not good.
Depends on which angle.
Oh no, trust me. Whilst the camera's on, there is no good angle for me on big screen.
And Jens, you were commenting in the chats a lot. How do you feel?
I feel pretty good.
That's good.
Watford, look a little bit better than I thought they'd be. But yeah, as Mr. K said, it's a very mature performance, and I'm very happy so far, and I reckon we'll get another couple of goals in the second half, and then we'll. So now I've said that, we'll go on and lose, but
but guys, like John Fitzpatrick says, right? Kane looks off. It seems too slow. Seems to slow up our game every time. So what do you think about Kane now? Does he deserve to get substitute?
I think give him 15 minutes, and then if so, then bring Moura on. This game is set up for Moura now, isn't it? Watford are going to have to come out at some point, and that's where Moura breaks up the play in the middle of the pitch, runs through people, past people. But I would like to say there was one moment with Ali and Dyer where Ali tried to pass the ball back, didn't put anything on it at all. Watford guy cut it out, but then Dyer held him up until Ali got back, and then it snuffed out. I mean, that teamwork we haven't seen for, we saw that last November, didn't we, when we were top, that teamwork, everyone working for each other, and it seemed to dissipate and hasn't come back, but that seems to be back, and that was a perfect example of that. So, I mean, Kane's slowing the play up. I think that there's not that many runners beyond him, and I think that comes from the lack of a playmaker. He's our playmaker, but he's too far forward. He's not deep enough like he was last season, where he was the playmaker for Son, Bergwijn, Tanganga, Reguilon to run forward. But yeah, he seems a bit off the pace. But give him 15 minutes. If not, then bring more.
Yeah, we had the one time, Eugene, you were saying somebody in the middle, nobody was there. Kane had the ball, and that's the problem, right? Is he has the ball, and he's probably looking for somebody in the middle, and we have nobody there for him to pass to. And again, it seems like we're always saying we need a playmaker so that Kane can be on the end of those balls rather than always being the one putting them in.
He needs to stop dropping so deep. It's
yeah. And Brian?
So first of all, this is what I said about with Harry Kane. I'd rather him come off the bench when Watford are tired. He does not do with Harry Kane coming in. You have to change the formation and the shape to accompany him, because a 4-3-3 doesn't work. But one thing I definitely want to bring to everyone's attention, Ben quoted it on the watch along on We Are Tottenham TV. Ismail Sarr. Do you know what? I would take him over Traore every single day of the week. He has been he's caused Reguilon some huge issues. But like I said, with Harry Kane, I don't think he's 100% fit. That's why I wanted him on the bench. And I think this 4-3-3 would have done more damage to a Watford defence, because they're very well organised. So you need pace to try and get in behind them. And I think we've missed a trick in just bringing him in. I really do. But like someone said, give him 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and then take him off and bring on more up. But there's definitely something. We don't look as fluid as we did in the last two games, that's for sure.
Yeah. Mr. K?
Well, sorry. I think he's right there. The fluid bit is, we're looking a little bit more solid in defense, central defense. That's the kind of good thing. We're no longer focused anymore on Dian Sanchez. That's the amazing thing. So we're starting to talk about the periphery around our attacking edge, right, and our creative content. So really, that's positive talk. I think that's very positive talk, because, from last year when we were talking about the woes of our defense and leaking and all the rest of it, no matter how potent our attack was, we were letting the ball in as well. So this time round, it seems to be a little bit more solid. We're finding our feet. The team is finding its own place of passing the ball around. That rhythm will come. I think that confidence will come. If we maintain this win, watch what will happen the following week. There's going to be a confidence building up. Kane is staying, Son has signed, new players coming in, defense holding itself. We have a new manager, we have Paratici. Things are starting to look a little bit positive. We've seen Gil the other day looking absolutely fantastic, worthy of coming into the first team in January, I reckon. But yeah, I'm absolutely loving what I'm seeing. Ups and downs, there'll be maybe some disappointments along the way, but on the whole of it, I think it's going excellent.
All right. And John Fitzpatrick says that Gio will come on for Skip. There are more goals for us in the second half if Gio comes on, right?
Has Brian turned into a cat?
Gil is an attacking player.
John says, John says we lack creative spark. Yeah, that's true. We might see Gil come on too. Okay. So that means there's let's say if either Gio or Hill comes on, right, that should give us a different dimension to our attack.
If you allow your central defense to become weakened in any way, you're giving Watford the opportunity to come forward and be more daring. Gil is more of an attacking player. Skip isn't. So you're not doing a like for like replacement. You're weakening your team.
That means let's say you keep Hill.
No, sorry,
let's say you if you keep Skip and Højbjerg on, that means Hill will have to come on for either Bergwijn or Ali, or Gio has to come on for Ali or Bergwijn. To change the dynamics of the game.
I think with Hill coming on, you're still going to have the problem. You're not going to get the ball to him. He's going to be surrounded by two people, and he's going to be forced to go back. You need that playmaker, which we're missing. And Skip's trying to spread it wide quite a lot, get the ball out of his feet, spread it wide to Tanganga or Reguilon, Højbjerg the same. But it's just too slow. We're getting the ball, and then after two touches, then we're passing it. Whereas it needs to be quick, but you obviously need the movement there. But it comes back to lacking a playmaker. When you've got a playmaker in there, I remember the Newcastle game a few seasons ago when we lost 1-0, I think. Eriksen wasn't playing. No one was making a run because it was Harry Winks in there, and Harry Winks can't play the balls that Eriksen can. So players aren't making the runs because they know where it's just going to be wasted energy. As soon as Eriksen came on, the runs started happening, but Newcastle was so deep. It's similar here. People aren't making the runs because they know there's no one there where they can be found with a ball to their feet from 50 yards instantly as soon as they make a run. Tanganga made a real good run towards the end of the first half when Ali had the ball. And he was completely free there. He'd gone past. It just needed a through ball. Ali turned around and passed it to Reguilon. That's what we're missing. An Eriksen or a playmaker would have spotted Tanganga's run there before Tanganga had even got into his stride. The ball would have been at his feet. But we're not far off that. It's just one player or turning a Skip or Højbjerg into that playmaker, but and not having Kane to come deep to be that playmaker. But we're winning. We're looking quite good defensively. Sarr did cause problems. He's kind of been snuffed out a little bit. Reguilon's still got to do what he's doing. So yeah, and they will at some point attack us. We just got to kill them off. But yeah, I'm going to head off now. I'm going to head off and watch the second half. I'll be back after.
All right. I'll catch up with you later, Chris. Bye-bye.
Who do you think can replace Eriksen?
Chris, see you later on, brother.
Have we really been linked with anyone?
Yeah, that Uyar or whatever his name is from Leon, he's fairly cheap.
Uyar.
But apparently he's got a bad attitude like Ndombele.
But there's a ready-made chant there for him, isn't there? Uyar. But I think he might have a bad attitude, but 20 million for a playmaker and he's 23, it's not that much of a gamble, I don't think. But anyway, yeah.
Is it only 20 million? Wow, okay.
I think so. They're in financial ruin, aren't they, Leon? But yeah, I'll be back after the game. Come on, you Spurs.
All right.
Potentially good thing about his attitude was...
I've got to say one thing, and I'm going to continue my loving, and I do have a love for him, for Mr. K. What goddamn passion, dedication. The first YouTuber on a bus, walking the streets, killing his battery. I mean, we get very crap data.
Taking the train.
Look, now he's getting on a train. Playing automobiles from Mr. K here.
Guys, you don't know, but I was actually giving people instructions on how to get places just now.
That was my old
so we've got another one, which is basically information signpost.
You've got to be Mr. I mean, I love this dude anyway. We speak a lot off camera as well, but come on. I mean, literally, mate, you've just got to get on a plane now and you can start with Danny DeVito.
London. Plaistow in East London.
Oh, he's in Plaistow.
I've got
West Ham country.
Another thing I really want to mention is Mr. K the only one here that's actually at home? Is everyone else in a different... Okay. Yeah. So, do you know what?
No, I was from North London. I live in Manila.
No, but I mean, I know you're in Malaysia now. But I'm talking about it on the Watch Long We Are Tottenham TV and the fact that this isn't being covered by Sky or BT. Now, I live in Canada, as everyone knows. We have a company here, I believe, one of the rumours for the naming rights, which is DAZN. And I pay $19 a month, which is the equivalent of, £12? Or you can pay $120 a year. And I get to watch every single Premier League game, no matter if they're on at the same kickoff, I can have split screen or whatever. I get to watch every Europa League game, every Champions League game, every Championship game. And other games, and I'm just appalled how badly we get ripped off back home for our own game. And I'm sure, I mean, Ricky Villiers, you're England, but you're born in England, aren't you?
I was born in Denmark, but I lived in England for most of my life.
Wow, your accent is like, I could have said you're a London boy all along. Okay, so yeah, but it's just a crime how badly we're ripped off back home for our own game.
Collecting the D's, Denmark, Devon.
I'm watching it on Ziggo in the Netherlands.
Zigga. Is that the Spice Girls?
Zigga. So I think
the game is starting, guys. Right.
Yeah. So I'll be off. I'll see you.
All right. I'll catch up later. All right.
Cheers. Bye.
Okay. And Brian, what time are you at now? Just started.
1 second. Let me just turn the sound down. I don't want you guys getting the copyright strike. Can you hear the commentary in the background?
Yep.
Okay, let me turn that right down. Tell me when you can't hear it.
Barely.
Yeah. What about now? You sure you can't hear it? Everyone, you can't hear it?
I can't hear it.
Okay,
because the last thing I want is this wonderful channel that everyone should like, share, and subscribe. Jamie and Eugene don't only put in so much work on this channel. I mean, Eugene is the Malaysian Julia Roberts like me. We're working it, baby, working it. So yeah, give Eugene all the
you're saying he's
support
a
you
bit of a
can.
slapper.
Oh, mate, honestly, well, please God, us Spurs YouTubers all get together and have a fancy dress. I'm going to get the Julia Roberts pretty woman dress when she says, work it, baby, work it, and work on a corner, because that's all I do.
What time are you at? What time are you at, Brian?
With that facial hair, I don't think I'd be enticed.
I'm not doing it for the looks, trust me. And it won't be all night.
Yeah.
Guys, I might cut off because it might go a little bit underground for a bit.
All right.
Going underground.
Yeah, you've always been underground, Mr. K.
Mr. K, you really went off track, right?
No, he can't. He's in a train.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Mr. K's just given me lovely memories of back home, and I could be home very, very soon. I was meant to be back in October. I could be back within 2 weeks for 6 weeks. Good. So I'm praying to God. And Mr. K, you know we are hooking up. I'll join you on your planes, trains, and automobiles. I'll come and join you on one of your Sunday treks around London.
Oh, that would be nice. What time are you at, Brian?
I made it a thing now.
What time are you at,
Brian? I made it
Brian?
a thing now. Sunday trek.
On the game, I'm at 47 minutes, 21 seconds.
All right. And Scott?
47-19.
All right. I'm in sync with Scott. Yeah. All right. Brian, you're about 10 seconds ahead of us. 8 or 9 seconds ahead of us.
Okay, so just I honestly try to keep my emotions down so I don't kind of give things away. But
that's okay. No, if it's a Spurs goal, right? Let us know. If it's a Watford goal, don't say anything.
Oh, trust me, you'll know the difference. Trust me, you'll know the difference.
And Mr. K, you're still in train.
It hasn't got to the underground part yet. I think that will be in the next 2 stops. So for the time being, I'm still with you. I'm with you until it snaps out, and then I'll probably come back to you as soon as I come out of Milan.
Where are you going, Mr. K?
I'm going to Milan Station.
Okay, I don't see. This is the thing. I can picture it now.
I've got a site over there which I need to do a special paint onto.
Oh, work in Docklands. Okay. Jens. And someone is down. Who's down now?
Their captain.
Ah.
I don't know who.
Dead late.
So yeah, one thing I will say, which is good, I saw a tweet from Ali Gold that said when Danny Rose came up warming up, he got a really big ovation, and then it was apparently they're all clapping, and then they realised it was Danny Rose, so the hugest Danny Rose chant started. So it was always good to see, because that man, man deserves a standing ovation.
Did you hear the crowd after Dele Alli missed the ball?
Okay, I think Mr. K might be dropping off very shortly.
He's going underground.
Oh, mate, that song is one of the funniest songs of all time.
Yeah. But no,
you
at
have
least
heard the funny jokes.
But Brian, you know, our Spurs fans overall, right, are pretty decent.
Yeah.
You understand? Spurs fans overall are pretty decent. You know, they know what to do, and they know what is right and what is wrong. So I hope, you know, we keep it up. Right?
You're right there, Eugene. I mean, the biggest thing I can say for Spurs, I mean, obviously, I was at that game when Sol Campbell first came back as an Arsenal fan, and that was totally warranted, and you reap what you sow, and that was hostile. But, I mean, if anything was to sum up the class of Spurs fans, was what they did for Bukayo Saka in that mind game. I mean, when Bukayo Saka would have thought, right, I'm going to White Hart Lane, he must have thought, oh, here we go. This is a game where I just don't want to be there. I mean, having that sign up for him, which I didn't see till after the game, but giving that man a standing ovation, set the tone for how it should be. And I think that was one of the most incredible gestures ever. The Spurs fans are genuinely a class act. And I ain't just saying that through bias. When it comes to things like this, they realise there's a greater cause or a bigger thing at hand. And they did the right thing. I think Spurs fans are to be commended. They are fantastic.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Right. And at least we have a packed stadium, right? Not like some other clubs.
That was a lovely laugh in the background, Eugene.
Yeah, Brian, it's the Hong Son Min laugh in the training. Ha! Ha!
Usually you've got to do that on the camera now, so I see your facial expressions.
Hold on, I can't do it. You know what I'm doing now, right?
Yes, I know what you're doing now.
Yeah. I'll do it later. I always do it anyway.
We get more than a copyright strike for what you're doing now.
Yeah. Oh, but Aaron came. You remember one of the streams? Aaron came on. He started doing it all the way. Yeah,
Okay, I hope you're talking about smoking.
That's on a different website, different channel.
So, guys, quick question in this game: if this stays the same, what minute do you make the first substitution, and who would it be?
Oh, I think we should about in the 60th, 65th minute. Then we have to do something about this, right? Change the dynamics a bit. Have to bring on somebody with more creative skills.
Yeah.
And most probably I'll look at how would you say? I will look at hold on. I've got another guy coming in.
Okay, whilst you're letting him in, I'm just going to go off camera mute because my best mate's trying to call me from England. So I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right.
See you later. Hi, Soham.
Hi, Eugene. Hi. Hi, guys.
Have you been busy?
Quite muted,
I haven't seen you for some time.
Right. Yeah, I have been. Yeah, my comprehensive evaluation's coming up, so yeah, I'm kind of busy with that. Oh, they almost scored.
Oh dear. Hold on. And meet Scott. Scott is a new. Scott,
Hello.
this is
Hi, Scott.
He's from India. From Kolkata or Bangalore Spurs. Yeah.
Yeah, Bangalore Spurs right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
To answer Brian's question, I would say about 60th minute, I'd probably bring Gio on for Dele Alli.
That's a good choice.
If we're only at 1-up, I don't want to take Kane off at 1-up. So
what about Brian Gill?
I think if we go 2-up, then maybe Hill can come in.
Yeah, right? I think if you're taking off Hill, then you're probably taking him off for Bergwijn, right?
Yeah.
And then if you want to bring Mora on, I don't know if you want to bring Mora, Sonny, and Hill as a front three unless you're up. So I would probably wait for him if we go up 2-0, then I'd look at bringing him on.
Man.
Sarr is really good.
Yeah. Sarr is good.
That was a crowded entrance and a crowded exit at Mile End. There's like tons of people coming out. Probably having a party celebration for the fact that Arsenal might be bottom of the league by the end of the day.
Oh,
who knows?
No.
Right?
Oh, wait. Sorry, Mr. K. Watford nearly had it in the net.
Yeah, Mr. K, we're keeping muted. We don't want to jinx it.
Oh, there's Sissoko picking up a yellow card.
That's foul.
Oh, Sissoko got a yellow card.
Yep.
So where are you now? It looks a bit like Walthamstow.
It's around the back end of Mile End, where the local people live, not the trendy people.
Okay.
No, you when you come to Spursvasion, right? You get a tour of London, especially brought to you by Mr. K. That's so nice. Yeah, you see the actual scenes in London. Yeah, right.
Yeah, East London though, not North London.
Are you in East London now?
You should probably start charging money for that.
Mr. K doesn't charge.
We start getting into the East London. We start getting into the North London. Don't forget, right? Yeah, them across the road used to be a Woolwich team. That's technically speaking a South London team, but no one seems to mind that. We're just a London team.
London team, yeah. That's the best London team, yeah. But how many football teams are there in London anyway?
Well, depend the Premiership. At
the
moment, more than usual.
League. In the whole league.
Chelsea, West Ham, Tottenham, Arsenal, Watford are technically a London team, just about.
Palace,
Crystal Palace,
QPR.
No, QPR's Division 1, Championship.
No, but they are it's a London team too, right?
Yeah. QPR, Millwall,
Brentford.
Yeah, Brentford. Yeah, there's quite a few.
Are you watching the game, Mr. K? Or are you relying on us to tell you what's going on?
Mr. K is relying on us. Yeah. Oh, Fulham. Yeah. Yeah,
I'm actually waiting on your commentary, but at the same time, I've got loads of highlights that keep popping up notifications across the top of my screen. So everything that happens, whether it's a lousy kick or a boring midfield, right, it's getting notified to me. So I'm keeping abreast of it. I mean, I can't sit down and watch the game properly. That's something I like to do on a slightly larger screen than my mobile phone. I've got a show tonight, which I'm on as a guest, cross-platform, just about the weekly catch-up on all the football games. So I do watch and review them all, see what they are when I get an opportunity to. So it's just one of those opportunities. If I don't have the time to do it live, then I really like to hop onto your guys' channel and just chit chat with you or listen to what you guys have got to say. I think that watch along is an absolutely essential thing for all those people that can't necessarily be in front of a large screen TV to watch their football match.
Yeah. Spurs have a corner now. Do we have a corner? Yeah, we have a corner now.
We have a corner. Son's taking
we have a corner now. Son is taking it, yeah. And Sanchez is being a nuisance.
Fighting with the corner center back.
So. Being a nuisance with the defender. Look at that, grabbing, pulling with the shirt.
Over the net.
Yeah. Well, no. Oh, over the net. And Barnett. There's Barnett too. Jens says. Barnett hopefully next season. Barnett's in championship now?
Yeah, they've gone through a bit of lean times over the last couple of seasons.
All right, but surprisingly, second half we look more stronger and more dominant, right? And most of the time, the ball is being played in the Watford's end, so I guess we're doing something right. Oh, Skip is a nice ball through, but Kane can't control it. All right. And Yen says, they are non-league, Barnett. All right. Oh, that's good. Joshua King is at Watford? Let me see a private chat. So what's going on? Oh, Jamie's posted something again.
Yeah, Traore's pushing for a move to Spurs before the end of the transfer window.
Traore, I don't know. Do you think that, like a game like this, if a Traore comes in, it will completely change the whole dynamic, right? Don't you think it?
Well, I'm just. It seems like if he comes in, he's just going to take the Mora role, isn't he? Are they going to have him and Mora playing together?
Yeah. Maybe we need a mixture of it. Like Vibuff says that we need Mora. Not sure who would go out for him, though. Oh yeah.
We're still looking at
Mora.
I think if you're putting Mora on at this point, you have to take off Bergwijn because we can't. I know everybody will say Kane, but then we have nobody to hold up the ball, and if we go down, they get a goal 1-1.
Take the set piece out. It goes.
Bergwijn.
Højbjerg.
Oh,
that's a good ball. Ali, but Ali miscontrol it. Sonny gets it. Shoots right at the keeper. Straight right at the keeper. But somehow another Watford in like all out going to attack us. I think maybe they're buying time, right? At the moment, Kane is holding up the ball in the midfield.
Kane's got the ball with 3 or 4 people in front of him, like all the time.
Yeah, that's what he does. Kane has to pass it out again. Højbjerg gets the ball, leaves it to Kane. Kane to Tanganga on the far right. But I think the fans are good. The fans are loud, right? Mr. Kane says, sorry, guys, I'm on site now. We'll watch the game and pop on at the end. All right, Mr. K, take care. All right. Mr. K will come back again. Okay, let's now. 60th minute.
We didn't get the
in.
Oh,
didn't get
that
the,
was
didn't get the
no need for that.
Hotspur huddle.
Oh, Dele Alli's going to get booked.
Oh, he didn't need to do that.
But one thing, our midfield and defense now looks a bit more intelligent, right? They know where to bring down the players, further away. Not like last year, they would just let the players run right through them. So I guess maybe Nuno has already spotted one of our weakness in this team, which what we do last season is that we just let players run at us instead of just stopping them or blocking them. Even if you get a card, you get a card, right? Even if it's technical. But at least you stop the flow.
Well, that's what we needed against Zagreb, somebody to do that.
Yeah.
Instead of watching them run
right through them. Right. Oh, that game was bad. I don't want to leave through. Don't want to try not to remember it. You get PTSD. It was horrible. Yeah. But somehow or another, well, look, no matter how this season, these 3 games that we've been in, defensively, we have not. I mean, as fans watching it, right, we don't feel the things that we felt last season. Okay, we feel more confident. Okay, that they will do the right thing in defense. You see, like balls coming in from long, right?
You said that as Dyer and Sanchez just about ran into each other. I'm like, no, Eugene, stop talking, you're gonna jinx it.
Now they got corner. Okay, Watford with a corner now. And Sanchez is doing his thing, Yeah. I guess he'll be directly into the box.
Oh, sorry again, man.
But wine.
Oh boy, I don't. So, there's no links really with us to Sar, is there? Because he's looked good out there on that.
Why are you talking about viruses?
Viruses?
No links with this to SARS.
SARS. Oh.
I guess we have the one SAR. If we got both of them, then.
No. We got one SAR that hasn't will only turn up next season, so we might as well don't talk about that SAR. Right. Sissoko again. Sissoko and his, that's what he usually does. So fair game to him. Right. And we don't even see any subs warming up and all that. Most probably, I think 70th minute, Scott, that we'll get a change.
Yeah, I don't. Oh man, after Delhi got that yellow card, I would even want it more. I would put Gio out there, but it doesn't look like.
Stop! It's hurting.
Yeah. We really need another goal. Getting a bit uncomfortable, like Jamie on his chair.
That's why I said stop! It's hurting.
Yeah.
My bottom is going numb.
Yeah. Jamie, my bottom has gone numb longer.
Yeah, but your bum's smaller than mine.
Maybe. Son has it. Oh, no.
Burnley 1-0.
See?
Against Leeds. Not really saying much.
Okay. Leeds.
But Leeds, a lot of people thought they were going to be a big team this year, right? And they've
got the second season sickness.
Son has gone down.
I must be on the wrong. I think I must be on the wrong one.
Let it be. Burnley scored 30th 1,000 goal of the Premier League. All teams. All right.
Oh, Ricky says Morris coming on.
Huh? Oh, Ricky says Morris coming on. Okay. Yep. Morris coming on. That's good. Let's see whether some changes, whether we get some kind of different dynamics into the game. But who's coming off? That's the question now, right? If Mora comes on?
I would think maybe Bergwijn, but maybe.
Yeah. Bergwijn?
But I don't know.
They haven't showed the ball. So I guess the change will be now.
Guess who's back? Back again. The Eagles back.
Hi, Brian. Yeah.
There goes back.
Are you watching the match?
Back. There goes back.
No,
there goes back.
So remember I was saying to you about me on big screen. So I forgot when I put my best mate on Messenger when I speak to him via Facebook, I had him on big screen. I was like, no. So I haven't been watching any of it. I've got no idea what's been going on, but I'm now putting it back on. What have I missed?
Nothing
much,
major.
Right? Yeah. But Mora's on the sidelines waiting to be changed. Come on. Oh, but
Delhi got a yellow card, I think.
Yeah.
Did you see
And now
Kane get a
Watford's
yellow card
attacking.
earlier? Were you there for that, Brian?
Who?
Kane got a yellow card earlier.
No, I didn't, but that's 2 yellow cards for him. That's very, very unlike him in 2 games to get 2 yellows.
Maybe he's venting his displeasure at staying at Spurs.
Listen, I've said it on every stream, and I'm not going to go back on myself.
Kane. Oh!
See, this is. Have you just seen what I? So I know
Ali.
Scott has. This is why I get pissed off with Dele Alli. This is exactly why I get pissed off. Yes, he's made the run. Yes, it's fantastic. Yes, it's great running. Put your laces through that. Don't try and be a pretty boy and place it. This is why I get annoyed with him.
Bergwijn is coming off for Mora.
Yeah, he needs to score those goals if he's going to stay. For me, if he's going to stay in the starting lineup, he needs to score those goals.
Yeah,
exactly. This is why when everyone was going mad about, he ran the most in Man City. Christian Eriksen was doing that when he downed tools. I could go on that pitch and run the most, but I'm not there to run the most. It's when you get those chances, you put them away. That's why we love Delhi. If that was 2 years ago, we would all be celebrating now and it'd be 2-0. Done. Yeah. But he tries to be clever rather than put his laces through it.
That's true. Not taking his chances. So I guess, it'll end up like the Wolves game again. We don't take our chances, but we're still up 1-0. And hopefully we have to get one more to be.
Listen, mate, we're doing. Do you remember back in the day with George Graham and it used to be 1-0 to the Arsenal?
Mm-hmm.
I think we need to start singing 1-0 to the top. That seems to be our. And the great thing is, mate, against Man City and Wolves, the defence and the fitness was incredible. I wasn't worried.
Oh, Harry Kane penalty. No.
Oh, he's trying to play for that, but he's very clever.
Yeah.
He leaves his leg. Look, he's doing that, but it's not a penalty in a billion years.
No. Corner. I think the defender got a touch to it first. Yeah. Defender got a touch to it first. We got a corner though.
Yep.
And let's see who's taking it. Son. That's why we were saying, Scott. We don't have the people who to take the corners. Just to take the corners. If you take Son to take the corner, you're missing another player in the box who can score. You see?
Yeah. Son takes the corners, takes the free. Although, I guess I can't complain. He scored on the free kick this time. But
yeah.
Do you know what? His delivery, a lot of the times, have been good. Like we talk about that free kick, but there's been a few times where I've been impressed with his delivery. But what I don't like is his delivery is fantastic, but what you're taking out, you're taking out.
Sorry, Viber still thinks he's going to be 5-0.
You're taking out our second best finisher. So it's all good him being there for the delivery, but then if it don't fall to Kane or whatever, I'd rather him in there than him taking them. We need to. This is why I so badly want us to go and get James Ward-Prowse.
Yeah,
I know he's signed a new contract.
Yeah,
but
that's what I want to.
He is worth the money.
Yeah, but somehow or another, like I told you, Brian Levy ain't going to spend more than £25 million on players this transfer window.
I think if there's anyone you need to say that statement to, I am definitely not the person to say it to. And it's times like right now, like when people say it's right now, we don't need to waste our time talking about that parasite. Right now, we need to talk about the 11 player or the squad, Nuno, and the fans, because
that's true.
Sissoko's going off to a standing ovation, which is great to see. Another act of class by us. But yeah, right now we need to talk about Nuno. And do you know what? I've said it on the thing I love about Nuno, one of the things, and it's such a small thing, but I think it's going to have such a great impact, is I've never seen in any Premiership team that about 5 minutes before the end of the second half begins, is they come out and have a warm up.
Yeah,
I think it's
warm down. It's a cool down.
Because
They call it.
they're starting the second half, so they're coming out. They come out 5 minutes before the second half begins on the touchline
to warm up.
They're doing a little warm up, which is obviously keeping their muscles. They're not coming out after. And I think something as small as that is incredible.
Yeah, Mora just missed across. What's your timing, Brian?
My timing right now is 71 minutes 20 seconds.
Okay, you're about 9 seconds ahead of us. Yeah.
Oh, brilliant! It was 10 seconds before. So every second I go out and come back in, we're bringing a second down.
Yeah, he's 3 seconds ahead of me, so we're kind of staggered out there.
Okay.
It's crazy.
We're all staggered. Yeah. It's the world of the internet.
It's crazy.
Yeah. All right, we got another corner.
Oh, for a minute, I thought that you were ahead of me. I was like, we just had a corner. Haven't we got another one?
Huh? Oh.
Don't get your hopes up.
40 seconds ahead of here. Oh, Ricky is far more ahead of us.
Yeah, so we've just got another free kick.
Yeah, and Shabina M. Nice to meet you in the chats. First time. I hope Paratici can see we need a creative midfielder now. Yes, it's a bit hard work.
I'll tell you what, the one way we can sync up to see how far we're behind is I'm going to tell you the very second Højbjerg, of all people, are going to take this free kick.
Oh, dear.
So I'm going to tell you the very second he kicks it, and let's see how far we actually are all behind. So now.
Okay, this is the delivery by Højbjerg.
Yeah, it's about 3 to 5 seconds behind Brian.
Oh.
Yeah, but Spurs have got a corner.
Oh, okay. We got another corner. All right. But don't worry. If anything happens, Ricky will put it in the chats.
Joe, it's kind of like spoiler alert, isn't it? It's like when someone tells you the end of a movie or something.
No, but sometimes, Brian, you know why? We're watching the screen. We're not watching the chats, you see?
Yeah. Oh, no, it's that. But you know what it is as well? If it's the best time I can remember ever is when we played Arsenal, not the last one we won 2-0, but the first time. You know when we played them in July when the season came back late because of COVID? I was watching when we won 2-1. I was watching it with a load of mates, and my phone vibrated just as out of our Scott. So I was up there, and I didn't want to shout and scream. So I just stood up and pretended I was doing a warm up, and just went 5, 4, 3, 2, and then I just started jumping and screaming. And it's great when Spurs score. It's fantastic. When it's the other way around, not so much.
Okay, of course, man. We're all Spurs fans, right? So the Spurs score is always fantastic. And I
think we're going to get another goal because we're getting a lot of corners.
Yeah. No, at least the pressure, it's like these games like that, we are putting on the pressure. Even though we are only 1 up, right? We are putting on the pressure. It's not like last season when we were 1 up, right? And we sit back and people pressure us. So the dynamics of these style of games we've changed.
We've been too many times.
Yeah.
So you know what it is it's when you look at it, Eugene, you're bang on the money there. Now, some games have been very, very Mourinho-like, very defensive, very organised, very efficient. But literally, what the difference here is, once we go 1-0 up with Nuno, he still wants to use our best attributes, which is attacking. Right. And attack is the best form of defence, where Mourinho was obviously defence is the best kind of defence, and it totally wasn't with the defence we had. So what Nuno is, I'm very, very impressed with Nuno. I have to say, I'm very, very impressed with him. I mean, and the one thing that I've kind of got not against him, is in his first few press conferences, when he doesn't know the answer to a question or doesn't want to give the question, he just has this one line: we work every day, and we try. And that's where I think he may need to. But I understand that. He's at a much bigger club than Wolves, with no disrespect. And then but Nuno on the pitch and what he's doing. I mean, the way he's got this fitness, the difference in fitness right now is night and day.
Mm-hmm. No, like I said, Nuno is all his interviews. You will always notice one thing that he says, that we have the quality in the team. We have the quality in the team. It's just the work. You understand? It's just the work that you have to put in the work, right? And like you said, he always says, we work on it, we'll work on it, we'll work on it. So I guess that's one thing he's doing, is that he's working on it, right? But sooner or later, when there will be a time that comes that he will know that, all right, certain players, no matter how much you work on them, you can't work on them anymore. That's why that's why Tanguy is not around. You get what I'm saying, right? But when we see the trainings, right? But Tanguy is in the training. No,
and
it's
he
just
looks
very
happy.
weird.
He's
Yeah,
always
he looks happy.
smiling. It's weird.
Yeah, it's weird. So there must be something going on there that we do not see at the moment. But let Nuno work on it. You see, right? We just have to give him time to work on it, on the players and all that. Like sometimes a lot of people say that, you know, a different manager comes in, you get a different kind of vibe among the players. The confidence go up. Like if the coach, like the manager comes and says that, you guys are all actually very good players, but you know, your mistakes are here, here, here. I'm not here to criticize you. I'm here to improve you. You see? So it's the communication of the manager towards the players. If, you know, like nowadays, players nowadays are not players of the old. The old players, you know, you're talking 30 years ago or 40 years ago, they smoke, they drink, they still go and play football. Nowadays, you can't do that anymore because of the fitness levels have gone 100 times higher than 30 or 40 years ago. So the mentality of the players will change too, right? And you're talking about the mentality change, then the manager that goes into a club must be able to understand. First of all, players are human too. They go through the emotions, right? And the bad part nowadays, right, with social media, right, when a player plays bad, straight away the fan base will jump on him, right? Some will give them constructive criticism, some will turn abusive. You see, when you turn abusive, right, being a human being, and you will see that abuse on social media, it's not one person, you see thousands of people saying that will really, really hurt you mentally. See, so that's why at the moment now, since the team is being so positive, we are showing positive movement forward. That's why I keep saying the fans must be positive towards the manager, towards the players, but it's still Levy out.
So yeah, do you know what? Stelios mentioned it yesterday. My very, very good friend Stelios, who I used to be on top of my way with. I went to school. I've known him for 30 years. He said something on Bob Spurs channel yesterday that he quoted Jose Mourinho. Jose Mourinho said, I can't remember when he said it. I think it was at the beginning of his Chelsea days. Said any great top manager could go into a club, identify the problems within the first month and address them. And you look at the prime instinct being someone like Thomas Tuchel, who's done it at Chelsea. I think this is exactly what Nuno's done. He's found some of the weaknesses and said, you know what? I know what I'm going to do. You are not part of it. You're over here. Go, bye-bye. Thank you for what you've done. And I think what Nuno's done and the way he's handled Tanguy has been phenomenal. I just hope we get some players in the next couple of days. I really, really hope, just to add that depth.
Yeah.
And hopefully Tomiyasu is one of them. But we still need the depth.
Brian, we're still waiting for that mystery signing, right?
Yep, we are. Did you know what? I think it's you, Eugene. I think you're the mystery signing.
Oh, no. It's not me. All right. It can't be me. All right.
Yeah, I was pretty anti Nuno when he was first announced, and I'm pretty vocal about it. I think by the end of the preseason, I was more of a Nuno neutral, I would say. But now that I've seen him, I'll say the one thing that's really impressed me is himself and the whole team seems so much more calm right now. And like even Dyer Sanchez, they're not necessarily the greatest, but you watch them play and they don't seem, it just doesn't seem like it's so hectic out there. It doesn't seem like everybody's running around looking like they're not sure where they should be or who should do what. So that's impressed me a lot.
You know what, Scott? Let me ask you a question about that, because with Nuno, I liked him at Wolves. I thought, you know what? Especially the first 2 years, he played great football. But when we got him, I was like, for Jesus Christ, if we just got him at the beginning of the season, like he was our number one target, we got him, I would have been fine. I'd have been like, do you know what? Premiership proven, speaks English, blah, blah. But it's because we had the Conte rumours, because we had the Pochettino rumours, and the whole managerial thing that went with it. I was just like, really? But I like Nuno, but I was underwhelmed because of all the saga we went through. If we had just got him first of all, do you think you would have been happier than how you felt when we actually appointed him?
I guess so. Yeah.
I think not so much necessarily Nuno in particular. I was just hoping to have a guy like a Ten Hag, somebody who played more attacking football in general. So I think I might have still been upset that we didn't go for that style of manager, right? But yeah, you're all right. I think that's certainly I mean, I'm not gonna. When we had Conte, and I shouldn't have listened. I should have known, and I knew in the back of my head that it was all baloney. But talking about what kind of players we might get in, I got excited, and I bought into the hype, like I think a lot of people did, right? And it sounded, you could think of us actually at some point challenging for the league under Conte. So I certainly did buy into the hype. So yeah, I think that does play a factor. Like for me, for Nuno, my concern is always I watched him at Wolves, and I think they were they were competent, and he's a competent manager. And I was worried about our attack though, and we were going to have to watch more boring non-possession football. And I was so excited at the thought that we might bring in somebody who get us back to playing like we did under Poch. And while I don't think Nuno's done it so far here, I've been a lot more impressed with how we've played than I thought we would. So.
But all I know is that the manager search, I think the Poch and the Conte scenario is smoke and mirrors masterclass by our great chairman, right? To get the season tickets holders to sign up.
Yeah,
right? Because I think he went through the numbers and he saw, oh shit, why aren't the season ticket holders signing up as usual? So he must put up some smoke and mirrors. For all you know, Nuno was more or less appointed already at the time. He had to hold it back to do all the drama to bring Nuno in. And by the time you starve us of not having a manager for about 70 over days, right? If you brought in Ryan Mason, most probably we accepted him too. It's all psychological. It's all psychological. But at least now Nuno has come in.
Go on, Lucas.
The team looks more confident.
Go on, Lucas. Oh, Jesus. Lucas Moura. Great play from him. Great play.
Your poker face went out the window there, mate.
But I told you if it's Spurs. But do you know what? I said it before the season. I was like, Lucas Moura is going to be our player of the season. And it's stuff like this. All right. I mean, he did absolutely everything right here. Absolutely everything.
Oh.
Yeah. Kane. Oh, no. Yeah. Deflected right in front of Kane.
Yeah.
Oh! Jesus, goddamn Christ.
That's a nice save.
I've got to say, this is where our fitness and the whole difference of what Nuno and his team are bringing to the team, because this wasn't happening last season. We weren't like in the 80th minute. First of all, we didn't have the strength or the energy, and secondly, we just wouldn't be attacking. We really are. And again, I mean, I didn't want more, like I said, I didn't want Harry Kane starting for my reasons. But you look at Lucas Moura and the pace we can bring on, whether it be a Moura that comes on or a Bergwijn that comes off. This is without the Celso or Brian Hill. And on it, do you know what? The one thing I've got to say now, I've got to we've got. I've said this in the last game. Skip has got. This is 3 games, 3 yellow cards. He has got to start learning when to. He's got, honestly, because 5 cards is a suspension.
Yeah.
He's got to stop not being so reckless.
Yeah, but like I said, we most probably need. To tell the truth, we do need another striker to.
So does that mean that Skip's going to miss a game?
Only if he gets 5. Once you get to 5.
Once you get to 5, you miss the game. Yeah.
So basically, if he on running form, if he picks one up against Palace and picks one against Chelsea, he will not be playing against the field.
Okay, it's getting nasty soon.
So Ollie Skip has got to be. I think he's got more yellow cards now for Spurs than he did for the whole of Norwich last season.
He did play for Norwich, and they are the Canaries. So
he had that play early in the game where I think it could have been a yellow if it was later. I don't know if the ref gave him a bit of.
I thought he had a yellow card already. That's why I was surprised.
That's what I was worried because I thought he had that yellow on that play we talked about just outside the box that he had earlier.
Yeah,
obviously not.
That wasn't given.
Okay, sorry, Scott. You're making me want Tim Hortons.
Oh, Scott, you live in Canada?
Yeah, I'm in Alberta.
Are you in Alberta? Okay. Yeah. I'll tell you what. My mum was driving through Milton Keynes back home, and they've got a Tim Hortons drive-through now. So I was like, "Look what they got! Look what they got!" Because when she came in, she couldn't believe. Like honestly, I know how bad coffee shops are in the UK, but in Canada, you have no idea. You have no idea how many coffee shops are here.
Sonny.
Yeah, it's funny. I live in Lethbridge. It has about 100,000 people versus Calgary, which has, I think, now about 1.4 million or something. But because everywhere around Lethbridge is all farming communities, and we have seemingly, I can find a Tim Hortons here so much easier than in Calgary because all the farmers like to come in, have morning coffee, talk to all their friends. So Tim Hortons are all over the place where I live.
No, there are Tim Hortons all over Manila, in the Philippines. We got Tim. I can think of at least 2 or 3 Tim Hortons locations within a kilometer of where I am right now in Manila, the Philippines.
Tim Hortons are taking over. I mean, they are the concern. I mean, I'm very, very happy to hear.
Is it a restaurant?
I was on the stream as well. Popeyes is coming to England, and I am so happy.
It's
surprisingly, Malaysia has Popeyes.
Yeah, so it's Philippines. Philippines had Popeyes. They lost Popeyes, and Popeyes has come back to the Philippines.
Oh God! Honestly, I will. So I've had KFC twice here, from and I've caught food poisoning twice. With Popeyes, it's just with KFC, not Popeyes. It's just grease. But Popeyes is the way to go, man. It's the way forward.
Popeyes is okay, but it was hyped too much with their chicken sandwich. In the Philippines, we've got Jollibee. Jollibee is the best fried chicken.
Jollibee.
Yeah, but for fried chicken, Jollibee is up there.
Offside.
Their burgers, not so much. The Jollibee burgers,
we're doing a Tottenham stream, so when we're talking fried chicken, I have to just plug the #1 chicken shop, the iconic, the landmark, the institution that is Chick King.
But none of us can get there right now. They don't deliver this far.
Oh, but honestly, it's an institution. I have to go there every time I go back to London.
I always went to the Jamaican place for the jerk chicken and the patties and stuff.
Oh, mate, I miss it.
Yeah.
I miss it.
Guys, the last 5 minutes or so, right? If I'm not mistaken.
And chatting with Mario.
Hold out, right?
Did you talk to Mario, the guy that runs all the Spurs, like the unofficial stands? Mario Gavril.
Yep.
He does markets all around the like the home counts as well. I went back to the UK at 2017, and he had his stand, his Tottenham stand in Hertford Market.
Overhead kick.
Gave me a big hug and gave me a skull cap, a Willie Spurs cap to say thanks for saying hi to him. So
hi, Jamie, are you Jewish?
No.
Okay.
Not that I know of.
Why
did you think I was Jewish?
Because when you said a skull cap.
No. Maybe I gave it the wrong. It's probably more of a beanie. Sorry. Come on, I'm not. You can tell I'm not a fashionista.
Apart from that moustache, mate, where you're really giving it some.
Yeah, well, it's to make up for the lack on top.
Yeah. I got a bit on today too, right? So.
Oh yeah, mate.
Okay,
make up for the lack of the
Eugene,
top, right?
in England we call that bum fluff. Do they call it bum fluff there?
I don't know. Yeah. Ricky Villa Jens is saying chicken. Yay.
I saw that post and I saw the exclamation point, so I thought we had scored. I just saw it out of the corner of my eyes, right? That's usually.
So you know when Chick King is the greatest, when the man from Man vs. Food has been there, and his pictures, like every time he's over, he goes to Chick King.
4 minutes at a time.
It was embarrassing when he went to the old White Hart Lane Stadium because he was trying to do a chant like a proper North Londoner, and it just sounded wrong with his accent.
Yeah, but mate, the emotion that he got at some of that,
come on, Mora.
it
Mora
really
loses
is
the ball again.
incredible.
Yeah, he's a proper Spurs fan, but he just hasn't got the right accent.
Well, have you seen the video when Steve Nash took his wife?
Huh?
So Steve Nash, the Canadian basketball player, took his wife to a North London derby, and she started before the game going, I have to come and see who this other person in my relationship. I've never been to a Spurs game. I have to see who's taking my husband away at stupid hours of the clock. And then they went after the game and we've won. And she was like, okay, I may have lost my husband, but I've gained another one in Tottenham. And now she's Tottenham obsessed.
Oh, okay.
So when he came to the Scotland Yard, our pub, to open up Toronto Spurs, the first question I said to him is, can your wife have a word with my wife to tell her how to get into Spurs? And he laughed at that.
Hasn't happened yet, right, Brian?
So put it this way, I took my wife through Danny Rose's dad. I used to get box tickets. I sat in a box for the game when we beat Bournemouth 4-0 the week before we lost to Chelsea in the FA Cup semi-final. And she loved it. And she couldn't believe the atmosphere. When we were taking the Mickey out of Jack Wilshere, when we were taking the Mickey out of Jack Wilshere, she was like, oh my God, you're so rude. I was like, oh my God. I was like, call this rude?
Was it you who told us the story that your wife brought you to a NFL? No,
oh my God, yeah, she took me to a CFL game, which is the equivalent to the NFL. I went to an Argos
and the fans
game.
Mixed together and
we got there early. We got there early. It was my first sport I've been to North America live. Sat down in our seats early because there was a festival called the CNE going on behind us, so we were going into that after. Sitting down, just watching the players warm up. One row in front of me, half the row was taken up with the opposition fans, and I was like, what the hell are they doing here? They lost. And they're like, no, we just all sit together. I was like, what? I was like, what?
I did a college exchange to Massachusetts and went to some of their American football games, but I was supporting the game like it was a football game. So even if it was like there was a good run or a good play, not a goal scored, I was like, come on, Bridgewater! And the American students were like, huh? They didn't score.
I've got to say, Scott will agree with me. The chants are just so boring. It's like defense, or let's go, Argos, let's go. I was like, is this it?
I mean, although to be fair, Brian, you did go to probably the worst atmosphere.
I'd lost my voice and I was just watching the game.
But it's not much better. It's not.
Yeah, I mean, I can imagine when you go to the NFL or baseball or basketball, there can be a lot more where rivalries are a lot more heated. There's a lot more. It's like I've become a huge.
Brian, tell me it's over.
It's not over yet. But I'm a huge New Orleans Saint fan, Scott. Yeah. And I'd love to go to see the New Orleans play at their stadium at the Superdome. I think it's called the Superdome anyway. I'd love to go there and watch the game. Now I can confirm we've won. We are top of the league. Played three, won three, scored three, let in none. Arsenal are 9 points behind us. Arsenal are bottom out of the whole football league on goal difference. It's another win. And I have to say, Pep Guardiola, your days of being number one as in the most fashionistic person on the touchline is done, because Nuno is smashing you to pieces.
Yeah, solid 3 points by Ricky, Jens. Jens will most probably be coming back on again. Vibuff, top of the table. Let's go. So now we are 2 points ahead of the rest of the league. And we're top of the table. Let's see whether... But
do you know what? We are the only team in the Premier League right now to have a 100% record.
Yeah, and that's weird, right? After 3 games, a lot of seasons, you see there are about at least 2 or 3 teams having a 100% record. But this season is like a bit weird, maybe of the fixtures and all that. Hold on, Chris is coming on. Hi, Chris.
Yes. Top of the league.
Top of the league. Right. So like this season's a bit weird. A lot of teams have been dropping points and we are consistent. So let's hope we can keep it up. Right? Because the next game after the international break will be Crystal Palace. And away.
Yeah, do you know what? I say this a lot of time. I think Crystal Palace away is one of the hardest games of the season for us. It's not a place that we do well at normally. And one thing I will say about Crystal Palace is their fans that sit behind that goal on the right-hand side are absolutely incredible. So for me, Crystal Palace, I'm more worried about the Crystal Palace game than I am both the Chelsea and Arsenal game.
But like I say, like Crystal Palace away is not going to be easy, right? But at least now we are top of the table. Guys, take your time and tell us how you feel.
Happy.
Any one of you.
It's still happy, but it's still early days.
Kane's on my fantasy league. He didn't score a goal. I'm really upset.
So, you know what? I'm going to say one thing. You know what? Yeah, it's the start of the season, but after the summer of controversy and whatever, we're top of the league during an international break. So nothing can change for a couple of weeks. Nothing. So for 2 weeks, let's just enjoy being top. I know it's very
But
very
what
early.
you're saying is for the next 2 weeks, you're going to be finding every gooner and going, yeah.
No, one thing I hate, and I've hated it the whole time this saying's been gone. When we were 12 points ahead of Arsenal, this whole mind the gap nonsense started. I hate that saying with a passion. The only time you will hear me mention that saying is when it's mathematically possible for them not to be above us. I hate saying that before it's possible, because every time everyone did it, it came back to bite us on the arse. So until it's mathematically possible, which the way they're going should be about Christmas, then we should be good. But yeah, listen, it's very 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 positive to take. If anyone has said to any of us, not just us here, anyone in the chat, you're going to be 3-0 up. So you're going to be top of the league, 3 wins from 3 games without conceding. Every single one of us would have said, yeah, not going to happen.
Yeah, true.
And I think Brian made a good point after all the summer.
Especially with Sanchez and Dyer at the back.
Especially if you said Sanchez and Dyer in defense. Yeah. No one would believe you.
Yeah. Scott, as you were saying?
I was just saying, Brian said, with all the toxicity and nonsense that was going on over the summer, this is exactly what I think we needed. Just a nice, solid start. I mean, it would be nice to be putting in 5 every game. But you know what? 3 games, nice, solid start, get the points. And it takes away. I mean, let's be honest, we're not kind of done with it, right? We still need players in for this transfer window. And it takes a little bit. But it's just nice to have something going right at the club, something to really latch on to start building some more positivity up with us. And I think we really needed that.
And I'm just going to give some more love to the man that I've been loving this whole stream, Mr. K, because not only has he been on planes, trains and automobiles, he's now doing housework live on a stream. I mean, this guy is missing.
This is actually a site where there's a new property. They're basically redeveloping it. Just over here,
Mr. K,
doing the painting and the decorating.
Think about it.
I know we are
he's painting London lily white.
Mate, I know.
No, but I did make breakfast for my son before I left.
Mate, we are Tottenham TV. Matt Hayes, they're all up for YouTube awards. We need to create a new award for most multitasking streamer. And I'm sorry, there is only one man for the job, and that is Mr. K. Mr. K, I love you so much. And this is showing that men can multitask. You are doing it for the mankind. Go on, Mr. K.
Either that or he's in touch with his feminine side.
No, I'll go for the first one. There's no slating Mr. K right now. Multitasking at its goddamn finest.
Yes, that's true. That's true. Yeah. And
look, it's an amazing feeling that we have right now as fans, where we can be jovial. We can like, it's almost like a relaxing sort of feeling that's coming over us, a contentness. Even though like we've got maximum points, we should be jumping up and down. We're not jumping up and down. We're just taking a breath, and we're just taking it in now because it's a third game. There's a consistency. There's a pattern.
We're so used to holding our breath. For once, we can breathe.
That's true. That's true.
I just heard the Prodigy song "Breathe" go right through the way you just said "breathe," Jamie. I just heard Prodigy just breathe with me. Okay, that's enough of me singing.
Oh yeah, when are you going to release your album, Brian?
So I'm going for the Christmas number 1. I'm going for the Christmas number 1. There will be a
Christmas
that's what I call. It's going to be called. Now that's what I call hating Daniel Levy, and then literally there will be a Christmas album that I've got Brian Ireland, who's a sound engineer. Don't worry, it's coming. It's coming.
No, well,
Stocking fillers.
What's the group that they did the no. You could be go
Too Unlimited.
Go now, Levy.
No, that's no lyrics.
Yeah.
But yeah, the album's coming out. You'll all get a free shot. The people on this will all get a freebie. I'll give you my Daniel Levy.
Hopefully, Arteta's going to be rickrolled. It'll be like, I'm never going to give you up. I'm never going to let you down. I'm going to never leave Arsenal. Ooh, never going to give you up.
I know. Of course, we're all happy. We are number one.
Chris, you seem a bit muted. No, you just went into. You seem to have gone into a zone there.
I talk too much anyway. I was at half time before, so I'm letting other people have a go.
I was thinking about this game, and kind of actually now that I think about it for this game, the other games too is, at the end of the game, I was thinking about player ratings. I'm not sure who I'd say today was our player of the game, man of the match. Sorry, and it's not because people were bad, but it's because so many people were good. Like last week again, I think a lot of people said Lloris, and I did because he made that important save on Traore. But again, I think there's a lot. It was, we've had these games, and it's been so many people have played well. It's been hard to pick a man of the match because everybody's been so good. We haven't been, in the past, we'd say Son, Kane, because they did so much. But in the first three games, we haven't had to rely on one individual being so much better than anybody else. It's been interesting to see.
Yeah, but at the same token,
Nuno's man of the match.
Yeah.
Nuno's man of the match.
We haven't been blowing the doors off. We've just been consistent, which is why we're top.
I think Chris, did you say Sanchez?
I thought he was superb. He's playing 50-yard balls now. You can see that confidence come back. And I've always defended Sanchez, although last year I got to the point that I can't really anymore. But he just needs consistency and an arm around the shoulder. And he doesn't. I think when he's not confident, you can tell because the ball goes over the top of his head and he doesn't jump. He lets it bounce. He was superb today, and Højbjerg was absolutely everywhere. I thought one of them too. But Sanchez just, and I can never say it during a game because it's tempting fate, but I didn't really think Watford ever really troubled us. And Sanchez just looked comfortable on the ball. Last season, every time he got the ball, it was like a hot potato. Get rid of it. I don't want it because I don't want to make a mistake. Now he's keeping the ball, playing passes. Superb. Absolutely superb turnaround, and I'm delighted for him there.
I'm going to extend on that. I said it. I don't know if I said it on this stream when I came on, but I've been saying it on various streams on my own stream. And now we can say after 3 games. Based on these 3 games and these 3 games alone, I think, and I'm not just saying because of my bias, I think Sanchez is the best defender in the league right now. Right now, over these 3 games, he has been stupendous. He has been absolutely incredible. And thankfully, we said he's going nowhere. We saw he did well under Pochettino, which was an arm around the shoulder manager. And obviously, he had Jan and Toby with him. And then Jose came in. And as I've said before, if you watch the documentary, the first thing Jose says to Davinson is, when I played against you in the Europa League final, I told all of our players to gang up on you because you were the easier target. So that really sent his confidence down. And now he's got another arm around the shoulder manager. And now he's going to have Romero, who I think that let's not get this twisted. Having Romero, who is genuine competition, like screw up, I'm coming in and you ain't getting your place back, has certainly benefited these two just in his mere presence. And then when I think by my choice, and there is one to come out, it'll be Dyer. Just I've been bigging Sanchez up so much, and then you got 2 players that speak the same language. Literally, whilst Romero's learning English, talk fluent Spanish, and honestly, I cannot praise Sanchez high enough. Cannot.
I don't think you can understate as well, like Jamie said, the consistency. I think with Mourinho changing the defence every 2 minutes last season, I don't think that helps anybody. certainly with those 2 central defenders and certainly in the back 4 and the goalkeeper included. You've got to get regular communication, understand each other's game, which you can't possibly do if it's being changed every 5 minutes. So I think Nuno, it's the same defence Yeah, it's the same defence for the third league game running, isn't it? And if you include the goalkeeper as well, I don't think you can understate the importance of that. And and as well, they haven't conceded the goal, and they're still the defenders. Which Mourinho last year, we had someone who played a defence who played a storming game, and then it was changed the next game. So it's like, well, I play really well. What's the point? Because I'm not going to play next game. Whereas now with Nuno, you've played well. You haven't conceded a goal. No reason to change. And I also think, and I've said on various streams as well, Skip, I think, is huge. He's a midfielder similar to Højbjerg, whose first instinct isn't, I want to go forward. It's to stay back. And I think last year we got caught so much because Højbjerg was the only midfielder who wanted to stay, and everyone else was up the pitch when we got caught. Where Skip seems a bit more disciplined in that defensive approach, and it's back to the Poch era of Wanyama and Dembele, or Dyer and Dembele, where one of them's got a bit more license to engage, but don't really go past the halfway line. And then if we do get caught, we've got the stability there to nullify things out. I think those two things have helped, certainly Sanchez, but certainly our defensive. And who would have ever thought that, the turmoil after last season and the summer, not 3 games in, we're top of the league, 3 games in, we've been playing Dyer and Sanchez, and we haven't conceded a goal. Amazing turnaround, and massive credit to Nuno. And top of the league after 3 games, it takes a long time sometimes for new ideas to come through. And we're top of the league, no points dropped, no goals conceded. 3 games of a new manager coming in. And we're not free flowing, but that will come. I'm sure.
Yeah,
of it.
Let's raise up Nuno and not give credit to Levy. Let's not let Levy say.
Like I said, listen, I don't want to talk about the parasite. We don't need to. And I just want to add very quickly onto what Chris said. Then I just want to answer this question you've got here, Eugene, from an incredible supporter. Again, he's everywhere. John Fitzpatrick is honestly. Mate, I honestly love seeing you on all the streams, and thank you for the support. But Chris, what you've got to remember as well is it's 4 games because of the North London derby. All right, it wasn't an official game, but there's no such thing as a friendly with Spurs Arsenal. I don't care what you say. So it's 4 games they played, 0 goals conceded. But with the question that John was asking about Dele Alli, I was saying it during this watch along. I don't know if John was with us during the watch along. Dele Alli, these stats that you've run the furthest in games, Christian Eriksen did that when he downed tools and didn't really do anything. But Dele Alli today, again, did a lot of running. His commitment, he's definitely added that to his game. But in the first half, he gave away a stupid ball where Watford went on the attack. And then that one that we spoke about in the game where he had a gilt-edged chance created by Harry Kane. And instead of putting your goddamn laces through it and putting it in the back of the net, he tries to be clever with a passing chance. Then he put your foot through it and get the goals. It's all good, these lovely tricks and you running. But the old Dele that we signed originally, that would have been top corner or in the back of the net anyway. 2-0 game done, no way back. So whereas his commitment, his passion, his drive has greatly improved, his decision-making is still not there. But don't get me wrong, I've been known to say I want Dele Alli out of the club. Now, the last 3 games, I will always say that commitment and dedication is the most important thing. When you wear that shirt and that badge, as Graham Roberts says, this is more important than that. And always, always will be. And he is upped his game where it's talking about this, but he's still got this bit where he's got to work on. So his performance today, I don't know how I'd grade it because it's those little decision-making that have seemed to be his downfall at the moment. But John, honestly, once again, mate, I really want to say thank you for all the support you give everyone.
Yeah,
I have to disagree.
Just hold on, Chris. Let me read out Def in the Spotlight's comment. Thanks for joining us in the comments, Def in the Spotlight. Thanks for your support too. Watford were tough to crack at times. That was hard to watch. I was worried every time Sa got on the ball, but our team is solid now. To tell the truth, yes, our team looks solid now. And Chris, back to you.
Yeah, on that comment, Sa got a lot of the ball, but there was no room for for him to pass to because we were solid and cutting everyone out. But I would slightly disagree with you, Brian, on Dele. I think why am I on mute? Who's put me on mute? I thought that finish, it was the right type of finish, the side foot. He just got it wrong. But I was more impressed with the fact it's the commitment back again, and Dele looks like he cares, because last season he could have run into the box on situations like that, but he would have been jogging there, where he really made an effort to get forward, and he's not doing so much on the ball this season, but his commitment into getting into people and is back, which wasn't there last season. But I do agree with you in the first half that the simple balls, he's still not being able to do them, and he's got to learn that. But it could even be he hasn't played in that kind of position or play for, I don't know, a year or whatever. So it could be something getting used to it again. But that's what training's for. But I've been impressed with Dele. I think everyone goes through bad form, but last year I thought Dele just didn't look like he cared. He looked more interested in his sponsorships and endorsements and all of that business rather than playing football. He looks back to that now, and I think, I still think he needs a system that suits him better. But that chance he got was Dele at his best, running into open space. He just needs to, make sure he finishes that right and make sure it's in the corner. But I've been impressed with Dele this season. But there's still more to come, I'm sure, to get back to his best. So I'm sure he'll get that.
I mean, I might be a little bit like Brian, where I kind of have been, I don't want to say done with Dele, but I'm not his biggest fan, so maybe that's impacting my opinion. But I'll say this about Dele. In the summer, if you would have told me we sold him for 20 million, I would have said fine. I was fine with him going. Whatever we got, gone. If nothing else now, I'm fine with him being on the team. I don't think he should be in the starting 11. I think that he's getting a lot of credit because of how low the bar was for him last year, and because now that he's trying.
Great point.
I wonder if you switched out him for Gio and Gio put in all these same performances, how much we'd be hearing about, oh, Lo Celso's supposed to be creative. He's supposed to be doing all these chances. He's not doing anything. All he's doing is running around. And I think Dele's getting not a free ride, but I think he's getting a lot of credit that other players might not get. But again, now I think he's shown at least that he does have that care. He is willing to put in the effort. So I think there's certainly a role for him. But I do think he needs to show a lot more with the ball, because there was times today where he holds on to the ball and takes so long to decide what to do. The pass, he takes so long to make that pass, and it just doesn't work. Brian and I already talked about the goal where I think, Chris might be right. The side foot was the right thing, but honestly, he needs to score. That's the kind of goals we need from him, or whoever's playing that role, because we need him, whether it's him, Gio, or somebody else we bring in. We need somebody from the midfield coming in and converting those goals for us. And obviously, it's just the one chance, and maybe next time he'll put it right in the back of the net. Great. But those are the kind of chances we need, whether from him or somebody in the midfield to score for us.
Yep. But Jamie, have you got anything to add to it about Dele?
Not really. I mean, again, the consistency we've shown with the last three results, I hope it transfers to the form of the players that we were slating at the end of last season, and now we're starting to see in a more positive light. Let's hope it continues and they build on it. And Nuno brings stability where there was chaos just a few weeks ago.
Mr. K, have you got anything to add to it, Dele Alli?
Yes, I do. I think it's absolutely amazing transformation of what's happened with Dele Alli in terms of what he's been doing on the pitch. He can play in the midfield. He can track back a lot, run around a lot. And that right now is a very useful function that we need. I mean, it's a toss-up between him or Winks. So take your pick. Who would you rather have in that spot, Winks or Dele Alli? And it seems to me that I'd rather have Dele Alli there than any other player. And, right now he's still trying to get used to his tricks and flicks and things like that. But he's got good coaching staff and he's got players around him that are going to look at him and go, dude, what are you doing? And once you get to that stage where, the team's doing well, but people are, looking at the way you're doing it, you're going to go away. You're going to practice, you're going to train, you're going to say, you know what? I feel like I'm bringing my A game on. And he's got the right coaching staff that he can approach and they can help him, to develop his game into the new positions that he currently finds himself into. Because let's face it, he's one of those players that originally was in our number 10 spot or was where Sonny is right now. He's had to migrate further back in order to find a playing time. Can you imagine him waiting for behind Mora to come onto the pitch? He'll now be behind Gill. So if you think about that, it's a clever move by Nuno to bring him into the midfield because he knows that Ali's got athletic, his body is very, very good. It can run around if it wants to. He's just that his playing style is very lethargic, where he has to be very slow to deceive people and then burst. And right now, the ball's not sticking to his foot like Messi. So it's better that he does the blocking and stuff like that in the midfield.
Okay. As for me, Dele Alli, to tell the truth, in their day, I think it's an overall performance. The overall performance given by the team, right? Like when Dele loses the ball, somebody will come and try to help him get back the ball, right? And when Dele is, trying to make his moves, right? There are people supplying the moves that he can put the ball to. So at the moment, like what Mr. K said, and all you guys say, yes, it's correct. To a certain extent, the team dynamics have changed. Okay. The condition of the players are better now. Okay, especially the fitness. And like this game, we were up 1-0. We never looked very threatened by Watford. Okay, but even though it was, it wasn't easy. It wasn't an easy game, right? Like what John says here, right? I feel like after 2 hard years, I'm finally getting my Tottenham back. I'm really getting behind Nuno. He looks like a great coach. Yes, Nuno looks like a great coach, right? And of course, a message from Def on Spotlight. Watford were tough enough to crack times, right? Worried Sarr get through us. Yes, we were tough, but we broke through and we held on. Okay, and let's see what's over here. John, did you see Sanchez passing out from the back? Look like a different man. Yep, I'm shocked how good he is. Looking big up Sanchez. Yep, true. See, like a different coach comes in, he can change the whole dynamic of the players, right? With giving them confidence and coaching them properly, and that's what we are seeing now. Okay, overall, guys, 3 wins in a row. Even though it's 1-0, 1-0, 1-0, I'll take it. Right?
Ding dong, ding dong.
Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong is scary. You go up and down. This is no ding dong. This is just dong, 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 dong.
Okay, that's a different broadcast.
Guys, what you got to remember when you say this three games? First of all, I have to say today's Spurs Asian TV is sponsored by Tottenham on Tour. Love Mr. K, because this guy is just literally killing it. And I have to say, when he does his Talk 2K show, if he's just sitting in front of the camera now, it's just going to be boring, because this is where streaming has to go, multitasking. But now going back to the games, what you got to remember, everyone bigged up Chelsea yesterday, saying, do you know what? If you're going to win the league, you've got to get these 1 points. You've got to get these 1 points, and in the end, they're going to come back and help you. Now let's look at these 3 games. Spurs, Man City. How many people? I mean, Spurs fans said we've got a Pep number. We should get this. But outside of Tottenham, how many people would have thought we had got 3 points? Well, we did. Then you look at Wolves. Then you look at Wolves away, and you think, you know what? That's a tough place to go. And then you have the Nuno factor, and maybe a set of points, and maybe with a set of points. But no, we got 3 points. And then you look at today. All right, today everyone would have probably said at home, this is the first properly winnable game, where other fans would have said, yeah, this is Tottenham. We've taken 9 points out of 9. Now, how many points do you reckon we would have taken out of that 9 if it was still Jose? I'm going for probably 1, maybe 4.
All right.
And we're 5 points ahead of that. And then we've got Crystal Palace. If we can go 4 for 4, fantastic. Now, let's just say after the next 6 games, let's say we drew 2 and 1-1. Let's just say. So we'll end up now, well, that's another 7 points. So we'll be on 16 points. Who would have said that potentially, that's my view of it, obviously, 2 with a draw and 2 draws and a win. If someone has said to you, right now, you're going to take 16 points from the first 18, I don't think you'll find a single person that would have said no. I won't take that. We cannot take away how big getting 9 points on the board straight away is. Not just in general for our league position and maybe a top 4 push or whatever, but for what we've gone through on the side. Just imagine if Nuno had extra time to train the players and get players. I mean, it's just tremendous. We can't Nuno, I mean, I think if Nuno doesn't get manager of the month, then we know there's agenda against Tottenham.
There's always been one. Yeah.
No,
guys. Yeah. No. Just in the Premier League record, right? How many times have we done this? 3-0.
We've done it a couple of times. We've done it under Harry where we went 5 or 4 or 5, but it's very. I mean, I think that may be the only one.
Okay. Going back to what you said, Brian, like, people have taken that? I remember on Twitter when the fixture list got put out, people were saying, "Well, Nuno's going to be fired after a month." With the start that we got, and I mean, look at it now. I wonder what those people are saying, but I'm assuming not that much. But I think. John as well on the comments saying Nuno's a great coach. I think we're a team that need a coach. Jose's not a coach, he's a manager. The way that Jose gets the best out of his teams, he gets the funds that get him the players that are already made, which obviously we're not going to get. So you need a coach to have a way of playing and improve those players. And Nuno is a coach. Poch was a coach. So I think, it's definitely better that we've got... I didn't want Conte, even though Conte is a brilliant, brilliant manager. But again, like Jose, he needs the players already in, and he's going to line them up against the wall and shoot them if they make a mistake, whereas a coach doesn't do that. So, yeah, I've always liked Nuno. When he was Wolves, I always thought he spoke quite well. My only reservation was I thought he was a little too defensive. But, if we win 1-0 every game, only have one shot, and we win 1-0 every game, I couldn't care less because we'd be top of the league and have 100% record. But I think... it's a different way of playing now. Yeah, it's a different way of playing now. It takes time for managers to get their views across. It took Poch over a year, and it's going to take Nuno as long a time as that, maybe slightly less. But while he's getting that across, we're winning games and winning them ugly and grinding them out. And it can only get better. And people will say Kane didn't score today, but it's August. He never scores in August, apart from a few seasons ago. So at some point, Kane is going to go ballistic and get like a couple of goals in about 3 consecutive games or something silly like that. Son will start getting double braces in games. So, I think if there's any Spurs fan disappointed or anything today, I think that's... not silly, but I can understand it because it's not free-flowing. But, yeah, you've got to be positive about 3 games out of 3, new manager, whole Harry Kane situation, and the whole catastrophe of last season. I think it's, absolutely superb. And can only get better.
But guys, after these 3 games, right, the performance that we have, and the window hasn't closed in yet, right? Let's say if we do get another 2 or 3 players in, good 3 players in, we could be pushing for the top. Don't you think so?
So this is another thing that I was just going to bring up on top of what Chris said. I mean, what I think as well, and people are going to think I'm crazy for what I'm about to say, I think the UEFA Conference League is going to help us in a great deal, because what I've kind of established from what Nuno's doing is I think for the away games, we're going to see kind of the squad that went out for Portugal. It's going to be like, listen, the big hitters, I'm not taking you to Slovenia, to France, to wherever we're going. You're staying at home to relax. And then what we don't do at the away grounds, a few of you are going to play in the home games because there's no travelling, keep your motor running. And I think, do you know what? I think this Europa Conference League, with the little rest they're going to get for the away games, and then, you might play the home games, but I don't think it will be as strong as he did for the Portuguese game because he had to make sure that game was done. But I could see 4, 5, maybe even 6 big hitters playing the home games until we know we've qualified. And I think this kind of rotation and keeping players fit, and with the fitness we're building up, is going to be absolutely huge. I think the Conference League, we talk about smokescreen with transfers. I actually think the Conference League is actually going to be a smokescreen for what we're going to achieve in the league. A lot of people saying like the filth ain't got European football, and we'll see what that's doing to them. They're probably praying for it right now. But I think with us playing this kind of format in the Conference League is a huge, huge smokescreen for what we're going to achieve.
Yeah. All right. And Aaron, I've sent you the link, Aaron. Hop on. Okay.
Aaron, come on, man, because I've seen you on Wheels and I've never had the joy of sharing the screen with you.
Yeah. Brian wants to share a screen with Aaron.
Mate, I love him. He's been another one like John Fitzpatrick. I'm taking over the mic a bit too much, but I just want to say, not just for our channel, but for every channel, there are people like an Aaron, a John Fitzpatrick, that literally follow all of our channels, support it absolutely everywhere. And you know what? We give our time and commitment to produce this, and this is how our channels grow. But to see people do this with their own time, commit to coming on and being part of our shows, is just outstanding. And I just want to say a huge thank you to all those regulars, because it really, really, really means a lot to all of us.
Thanks, JJ Tubb. JJ Tubb is Bryce, right? If I'm not mistaken. Maybe we met him before, I think, on Will's channel. Thanks you guys for the support, right? All out there now watching live, or maybe you're watching later. Please subscribe. Please hit the likes. And I keep forgetting to say that, but it's down there. All right. But guys, like I was saying, after all this, if the window closes, right, and Tanguy is still around, okay, and if Nuno thinks he's ready to play, right, do you think the fans will accept it?
If he plays well, yeah. I think it's like, sure, you're saying, will they accept Ndombele or?
Yep, to accept Tanguy back.
Yeah, I
After
think
what he's
it's like
done.
everything. It's if he plays well, then we'll be happy, especially because he brings something that we need in the team. Same thing that many people said about Kane. Once he comes back and scoring, he's going to be getting cheered, and it's the same. That's fans want to support people playing well, right? We all want to be happy. We all want to love seeing players do well. So I think that's exactly, if he comes back and he's doing some of the passes that he can make and controlling that ball in the midfield and providing us, like you said, what we're missing, people will forget about it very quickly.
Yeah, that's true. Like a lot of times, like Bob Spurs says, right? The fans are fickle. If you perform to your expectations or even higher than expectations, all will be forgiven. Correct. And of course, the problem with Tanguy now is that we can't sell him because his selling price is too high. We can't loan him out because nobody's going to pay him 200 grand a week to play, right? And if we do loan him out, most probably we have to absorb at least 70% of his salary to loan him out. But in that day, like I said, we do have a talent down there. But if he comes back, and to tell the truth, if we trust Nuno, right, and Nuno brings Tanguy back, that means he's ready. Don't you think so?
I don't see Tanguy coming back into the squad. What I do say, I see him going out on loan. I really, in this last minute, like you said, if we have to absorb, let's use the figure you use, Eugene, 70%. That's still a foreigner off the books, 30% in wages saved. All right, it's not a lot. Well, when you put 200 grand, 30% is quite a lot of money. Then you look at it, it's what, 60,000? You send it 60,000 a week. Go get a player in either on a transfer or on a loan. That 60,000 could go towards the wages. So I can see people biting at a loan move, but I don't. The only thing that I think will dampen it is if Levy says there's an obligation to buy. If there's an option to buy, then people may look at it. But if they say, right, you get him off the books, you're obligated to spend whatever, that's where I see the deal breaking down.
Right. That's nice.
Yeah, with Ndombele, I was hoping we could maybe do a swap deal where we'd bring back a salary back to us, and maybe then that makes it easier, right? If we're taking somebody else's, but you get some player that actually can help us. But I'm not. Yeah, it's tough with him to see him going out.
Yeah, Chris, what do you think about Tanguy?
It's a tricky one. He's obviously got something that no other player in the league has got, and reminds me so much of Dembele. And I think I'm not sure he'll come back in. I'm not sure he's got the engine that certainly like a Højbjerg, Skip, and Dele have, and Bergwijn as well. Which Nuno always talks about working hard, and I'm not sure he's got the engine to go up and down like that. But he's definitely got temperament, I think. I mean, you don't get called out by Jose as being awful and then force your way back into one of his teams without having a good temperament and being able to take criticism and work hard. I'd love to see him succeed because he's got something that no one else has. But, yeah, I mean, maybe it's just like Brian said earlier, I can't remember if it was before or during the game, where Sissoko took ages to settle. Maybe it's just something similar like that, but And someone said on the comments, get Aurier out and then he might knuckle down. He's a bad influence. But yeah, there's something not quite right there. I think if you got an offer in of about 40 million, you'd have to take it. But like you say, that's not coming in because he hasn't played, so no one's going to bid that. But and loan, I still think if we get rid of Ndombele, we'll live to regret it because he could be world class. And I'm going to stop now because Brian's getting itchy.
Brian,
No. I'm just going to say, guys, I'm going to have to leave now because I promised I'll go and help Mari and go on Mari's stream. I haven't been on this stream yet.
I will join you there later, Brian. When this ends, I'll join Mari.
Yeah, so I'm just going to quickly go on before I go on to We Are Tottenham TV and then do whatever. But guys, honestly, it's been a pleasure. Everyone subscribe to this great channel because they're doing wonderful things. It's a pleasure to share the screen with Jamie and Eugene as always. Scott, it was a pleasure. Chris, love you to pieces.
Cheers, bud.
Mr. K, Mrs. Doubtfire, as I'm going to call you from now on. Love you, brother. And I will see you guys soon. You can find me on Tottenham on Tour. And as always, Levy out.
Come on, you Spurs.
Cheers,
Chris.
Hello, let me go. I'm trying to. There we go.
Can you go?
Right.
All right. He's gone. All right. Chris, sorry. Back to you. Yeah.
Yeah, I just think we'll live to regret it if we get rid of him because he'll find a place where the play to his strengths that suit him and he'll be an absolute world beater. But I mean, I've been wrong before, so he could just be one of these players who never settle and it'll just be one of these amazing talents that kind of goes.
That's what I've been saying. Like we have to trust Nuno, but because like what we've been seeing now, the results are there, right? There's no doubting that he's being is positive with the players and the squad. So I guess when Nuno thinks that he's ready to come back to the squad, so like maybe in a sense that he might have to earn his way in, to show that he deserves a space, not on the first 11 even, just into the squad. Okay, but of course, what Dev in the spotlight was saying, Aurier could be the bad influence, right? And of course, at the moment now, if you had a choice, you would rather get rid of Aurier than get rid of Tanguy, correct? Won't you think so?
Yeah, I just think with Ndombele, I don't think he's going to suit the system. I'm not sure he's got that work ethic to get up and down and chase lost causes backwards and everything like that, which you can see from the Nuno teams in these 3 games. That's a key attribute in his midfield. But he's been adaptable before, like when he got called out by Jose and then forced his way back in. And he's young enough. And we now have a coach who can help coach him into the ways that Nuno wants him to play. So that might take a little bit of time. But if he's able to do that and is taking it on board and isn't, well, I play how I play, I want to play how I play, then he's never going to get in. But I don't think he'd be like that. I think he'd absorb everything Nuno says. But it'll take a little time. He's going to be not fit, is he? So it wouldn't surprise me if you start seeing him playing 90 minutes in the conference and League Cup games and things like that. And if he does well in that and shows the right commitment and attributes that Nuno wants, then he'll be on the bench in the Premier League, come on. And if he does well there, then, he'll be in from the start. But yeah, I love Ndombele just because of what he brings. But so I don't want him to go. But if he's not going to be in and he's not happy there and he's not suited to the system, you've unfortunately got to get them out at some point. And certainly on £200,000 wages, if you're not going to play him, you can't be having that on your payroll if he's just going to be picking up a wage and nothing else.
Yeah. Scott, do you have anything to say about Tanguy?
I'm worried that he's already kind of mentally checked out. In the documentary, I remember seeing things, and I thought already there were signs that he wasn't too happy there. Right? We had, I think it was in the documentary where Levy had to sit down and tell him all his stories about when he was a young boy at school or whatever that kind of discussion was. Even when they were showing him and Aurier and Sissoko, like he kind of seemed like they were trying to, give him a nudge. Like, hey, to me, it seemed like, you have to show a little bit more excitement to be here in that documentary. And that might just be his personality, but I'm worried that he's already checked out and that, like you said, he has to do all these things and that he might be past the point of doing it. But now would be the time, right? Because Sissoko's going to be gone, or Sissoko's gone, Aurier's likely gone. So now he lost what seems to be his 2 buddies. So that could either, like somebody said, get rid of some of the negative influence and get him to kick on, or it could even make him more isolated and kind of more pouting, right? If
We're
he's like,
top
well,
of the
now
league. Is that
everybody's
going to
gone.
keep him here? If we can maintain our form, is you can say, hey, well, I'm still in a team that's top of the Premiership. Maybe I can make this work.
That's the hope, and that's where I think like Chris was saying, play him in the Conference League, and Brian was saying how the Conference League could help us. Like, if he's willing to get back in the squad, like putting him in that Conference League, he will be able to dominate games, I would hope, if he's motivated, right? So you put him in there. It's something that we need in those games, because if we aren't playing guys like Kane and some of our first teamers, we're going to need somebody to help control those games a little more than we saw from the first leg, help to create some stuff, because Scarlett, he's got a ton of talent. He's got a ton of talent, but I'm not sure even in that league that they're ready to kind of dominate and be the main focuses. But if they do have somebody like in Ndombele there setting them up for it, well, then, everybody can start to gain that confidence there. So
all right.
If he's willing and Nuno's willing to bring him back, I'm excited to see him in the Conference League getting back into the game. And then once he's done that, integrating him back into the first team squad.
I think part of the isolation has to be from Jose as well. I can imagine that when you're playing for Jose, if you're winning, it's a wonderful environment to be around. If you're losing, it's awful. And I can imagine he's in such a bad mood, knock on his door. You don't want to go in. And obviously the documentary, he would have loved the documentary. It's a chance for him to be centre stage. So all of these people, you saw the Danny Rose thing. He's raising his concerns and pretty much being shot down and not being listened to. Whereas Nuno, I think, will be completely the opposite. I think Pochettino probably was as well. Although when he was signed by Pochettino, I think that was not the beginning of the end, but when Pochettino was getting fed up because his rebuild wasn't happening and everything like that. So I would imagine if he had concerns with Nuno wouldn't even say, just knock on my door. It would pretty much be open for any player and only shut when someone's in there. So, but yeah, I mean, like you say, Scott, it remains to be seen whether he's obviously Aurier and Sissoko are his buddies. One's gone, one's likely going. So it would be interesting to see what happens to Tanguy after that.
Yeah. I guess we should be wrapping this up soon, Jamie, right? We've been sitting here for more or less 4 hours. Jamie's behind has left him already, so...
No, my behind may have left me, but my screen's still working.
The most important is the green screen, right? Not your behind. All right, guys. 3-0. We are top of the league, 2 points away from all the rest of the people down there. Now we are looking down at them, right? Yeah, like that.
And Scotty, make sure that you're not a stranger on the panel, okay?
No, it's been great. Thanks for having me, guys. It's been a lot of fun.
And Scott, you don't have a YouTube channel yet, right? But how can we find you? Just let us know.
Just on here.
You want people? No, if you want people to find you first. If you don't want anybody to find, it's okay.
No, I don't have any.
He's in Alberta. It'd be hard to get him anyway.
All my Twitter is Cody Mack posting stuff. He's seen. It's just him. So, I don't. I'll start popping up on more shows here, hopefully, and talking there, and then maybe I'll get more involved. But it's been fun after talking to you guys in the chat for so long to actually get here and talk to you guys face to face. So.
How does your bum feel?
I'm good. I've had to get up a few times and get some of the kids are waking up, so I had to get them some cereal a few times. So I've been okay. I've been able to move around.
Jamie, the cereal, Jamie. Are you gonna ask what cereal?
No, because Daniel's the one I've got the banter with. I'm waiting.
I don't have anything fancy, just Rice Krispies, so I don't know if that's.
But Rice, no. My predilection is like Cinnamon Toast Crunch and Chocolate Lucky Charms and Captain Crunch, that kind of ilk.
We used to, but then my wife cut out the sugary cereal. So they used to have Cinnamon Toast Crunch was the cereal of choice with my kids, but we had to cut that out. Too much sugar.
It's vicarious because I'm touching 50, and for various health reasons, I can't have too much sugar anyway. So when Danny came on with all his cereals and whatnot, it was almost like, hey, as if this is as good as I'm going to get, I'll take it, you know.
And of course, Chris, where can we find you?
Here,
Let's Talk
hopefully.
Tottenham. Yeah. I'm on the bottom right.
Yeah.
Let's Talk Tottenham. We're on YouTube. We stream Mondays and Fridays. I completely forgot about Bank Holiday Monday, so there won't be one this time. This Monday, but yeah, Friday lunchtime, and then Mondays 8 p.m. At L Talk Tottenham on Twitter. You'll find all the information there. And if you haven't already, anyone watching,
Cocoa Pop. That's weak. Come on, you got to do better than that.
Anyone who's watching this who hasn't already, hit the like on this channel, this video, and subscribe to this channel as well if you haven't already.
Yeah,
and the only channel you get a full match day experience on a podcast. I've not seen another one like it. So you get a preview, you get a halftime thoughts, you get a match review at the end.
Yeah, everything in one show. That's why. To tell the truth, I'm just lazy.
Lazy? You've been on for 3.5 hours. That's not lazy.
Yeah, but you know what? Then I don't have to do 5 shows in a week. Right? You just do the 5 shows in one stream. But Chris, thanks for your support. Thanks for coming on. I'll just put you guys in the back room while I do the closing with Jamie. Right, Scott, thanks for coming on. Yes,
nice to meet you, Chris.
It's been 5 hours, nearly 5 hours. After this, I'm going to hop on to Mari's. Guys, please go over to Mari's. Let's Talk Spurs. That should be his channel, if I'm not mistaken. I'll be hopping on there with Brian Daigle afterwards to just go on in depth on what's happening, right? And Spurs, we are top of the league, right? 2 points ahead of everybody, right? Keep up. Nuno in Nuno we trust. Positive energy to the players and the manager, and of course Levy out.
Positive vibes.
Yes, Jamie. So how do you feel, Jamie, today? We're top.
As long as we can maintain it, I'm good. But remember, we are still Tottenham. Let's hope that we can
don't
change.
Don't go there.
We can change the definition of what is to be Spursy this season. Spursy will become a positive, successful term.
Yeah. All right. Okay, Jamie. Let's see you the next time.